Hello, 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 and welcome to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of September 17th, 2023. My name is Luke the Big Dog Williams. This is Caleb Black, along with our in-studio producer, Big Bad John, and our in-studio editor, Max Fury.
I don't think that's correct.
Wait.
Mr. T telling me you need to quit goofing off.
Wait a minute. No, your name's Luke the Big Dog Williams.
That's
I'm
correct.
Max Fury. This is Caleb Black and our in-studio editor, Big Bad John.
No, still ain't there yet.
Okay, hold on a minute. You're Luke the Big Dog Williams.
Luke Big Dog Williams, yeah.
Our in-studio producer is Mighty Max Fury.
Yes.
I'm Big Bad John, their in-studio editor, Caleb Black.
You were so close. You were so close that time, but you got to switch a couple of them around.
All right, so you're Max Fury.
No.
This is Big Bad John.
Nope.
I'm Caleb Black.
Yeah, kind of.
And that's Luke the Big Dog Williams.
Maybe.
All right. I get it now. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams. I'm Caleb Black, along with our in-studio producer, the Mighty Max Fury, and our in-studio editor, Big Bad John, along with our in-ring correspondent, Sweet Tea. And you're welcome for that intro, because that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
I'm so glad you had a good time.
You know what? I'm here to please.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, well, it's true.
And they say
it all the time.
Man, that Caleb, he's just a pleasing
He's
person.
just a people pleaser.
Yeah, he is. He
Just
just
loves
likes
people.
everything.
That's right. Anyway, Luke, how's your Sunday? I didn't call you Caleb this time. Don't look at me like that.
I was actually kind of shocked.
Glossy eyes.
No, glossy. That's what we're going to call him. It's day before Monday.
Really? You're not having a good Sunday? It's wrestling day. You've had a big week.
You had a good Friday, Smack.
The Rock came back.
Yeah, he did. We got to stop
I don't
talking
know
about
why I tried
And
to flip
Pat
it
McAfee.
Pat McAfee, baby. We're going to get into it. Don't worry.
I
Anyway, so
wanted
that's all you got
him
to
to
say.
get to me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's still the day before
Fuck you.
Monday, man.
Mighty Max Fury, how was your Sunday, sir?
I'm doing good. It's wrestling day. We got a lot of news to talk about.
Thank you. That's the kind of
There's
energy that we
all
need.
kinds of new merch up at the store.
Yeah, why don't you two switch
There's
seats
all
this time?
kinds of new.
Me and Max will do this
There's
show.
a bunch of new shorts videos up there.
There are videos of me in my shorts on the internet.
Oh, it's because I'm emotional.
Well, I put them there, so I know.
Not going to say what I was going to say because my dad's watching.
I'm just better at this than him.
Big Bad John, how was your Sunday, sir?
My Sunday's going good. We're getting stuff done. I'm happy with it.
Wow. Big Bad John's having a great day.
That equals
He
out.
just said 9
all
words.
of their things equal out to
What's up,
the day
nerd?
before Monday.
That's right. This is the day before Monday.
Isn't that
Your
what I
nerd
said?
hair. Sorry.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Thanks for
Super
tuning
nerd.
in. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
So let's get into it. Why
All
not?
right, let's get into the
Fucking,
first
this is
one.
your show.
You hit me in the titty at live internet stuff. They got charged for that kind of
That's
thing.
right. There's a whole other website dedicated to live events.
We'll post the post later.
I don't think we will. I don't think we did that. I like that idea. Just go to the top story. Big Bad John, for the love of God.
There it is.
All right, guys. It finally happened.
Yes, it did.
TKO Media, the conglomerate that is the WWE and the UFC, is now in full effect. They went public this weekend. We saw the end of the McMahon era owned, not necessarily produced, but owned WWE this past week.
Yeah, somehow Vince McMahon really made out like a bandit, considering the fact that not only now is he back in a executive boardroom position over WWE, but now Dana White even gets to report to Vince McMahon for UFC things.
Which is really weird. So if you understand anything about corporate America, there was a corporate shakeup, obviously, which we're going to cover in the financial news bit of this. Because McMahon still maintained a CEO position before the acquisition and was given one following, while he's not the active chairman, he does have some influence, and some of that will regard decisions made during the UFC.
Yeah.
Which is the insane thing to me. Hey, Wolfie, bought the Pro Wrestling Throwdown black glossy mug about 15 minutes ago.
Right on, my man.
Wolfie, our number
Yes.
one customer, ladies and gentlemen. If there's new merch out, you better believe that Wolfie's got it. But because of that
That
decision,
gets Wolfie a whole bunch more entries.
a whole bunch more
into,
entries.
Our next drawing, which is for
And a fight.
and a fight,
And a
the
fight.
official sit down.
He is your number one fan,
Yeah,
not
you're damn right.
customer. Get
Yeah.
it right.
At the store, he is. There's nothing
Really
wrong with
is.
saying that.
Yeah.
The story's top dog.
He is.
They got him on a first name
we had
basis.
If we had an
Yeah.
actual physical store, I think he would probably camp outside, just hang out
Yeah.
all day.
I
He's
couldn't even work.
the guy who owns Streamlabs, knows Wolfie's like home address, he just sends him a text, but like, hey man, get me this shit.
Add it to your
Cash,
show.
right?
Cash
Send us a
ass
picture.
John Wagner says, got a question. Is it true that AEW might be looking to doing like the WWE has done with the network?
Well, hold on.
Well,
We'll
John,
get into that.
Thank you for asking. Once again, you cut us to the quick, and we actually are going to cover that later on in the broadcast. But right now, TKO Media in full swing.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad Joe. This is to go along with the TKO merger. Vince McMahon bought the WWE from his father in 1982 for $1 million.
Correct.
He sold WWE in 2023 at the number of $9.3 billion.
Now before we plod that as a singular decision, remember when they went public in 2001, they were already given $1 billion estimation by selling stocks, and they've been $1 billion company for over 20 years. That is because they made the decision to go public.
Yeah.
Had they remained a private company, while Vince still probably could have gotten a $1 billion cash offer, which even by today's numbers is astronomical, it is impressive that he took. And also, one detail about
Wolfie said he would definitely be camping outside the store.
one detail that people sincerely forget: since Prime is the main drink of the UFC, that means it's also one of the main drinks of the WWE. So Logan Paul's about to make more bank. Yes, he is, nerd. But about this valuation, Vince McMahon didn't just give $1 million to Vince McMahon Sr. and buy the company outright. Vince McMahon worked out a handshake deal where he would pay his father back out of the profits of the WWE. And then, only then, would Vince McMahon be able to start considering profits toward his own salary, and as long as all the wrestlers were paid. So Vince McMahon, quite literally, spent closer to $100,000 on a down payment of the WWE, and then turned it into a company that's valued at $10 billion.
Yeah, insane.
But $9 billion.
Insane.
That is the most impressive part. He also got in at the right time because, remember, before the internet, stocks were only singularly traded in New York. You would have to find an official broker in a major city if you wanted to have hold of the stock market. Vince McMahon waited until the internet was fully accessible and made this decision before there ever was an internet. That when everybody could buy stocks, I'm a shareholder, which, by the way, I have to double check how much money I just made.
Yeah.
Because I own 10 shares of the WWE, and I'm pretty sure I bought in for $1,000. No, I bought in for $100 when they were $10 a share. And right now, I've probably got a little over $2,505 sitting in the account somewhere that I got to be able to access.
Due to the merger.
Not to mention the residuals I should have been receiving for the last 15 fucking years because I bought it when I was 18.
Vince was using that money other places.
That's fine. Anyway, the point is that he waited until it was easy and accessible for everyone to buy shares. Then, when he went public, offered shares initially to WWE talent and personnel. People in his office and WWE superstars got the very first jump before it went public to the brokers the following day.
Yes.
So he made almost all of the stock market money off of his own people, then made even more money off of everybody else, let the stock ride. In 2005, re-diversified the WWE's portfolio to include entertainment, made more money, was valued at $6 billion for the last several years until COVID hit, in which he took a little bit of a dip.
Yeah.
Which everyone did in the stock market. And now, 3 years removed from COVID, 40 years removed from the initial purchase, Vince McMahon took $100,000 and turned it into $9 billion. That is how fucking fake money in the stock market works, yo.
Hey,
This dude gets people to pay him for money that isn't even real. It is all digital, quantifiable by stock options. This motherfucker took a regional wrestling promotion that only ran in the Northeast 8 times a year.
Yeah, at least.
Andy became a creepy version of Gomez Adams.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, he sure did.
Decided that he wanted to run more than 8 times a year. Had a successful and consistent business model that produced the WWE with over $10 billion in revenue within the first 5 years of his purchase. Used that money to leverage against TV time, where he would then get studios to pay him to wrestle. Vince McMahon has not ever spent a dime in wrestling. Vince McMahon has promoted wrestling, the most successful wrestling company over the course of history, with everybody else's money.
It's crazy.
That is the fucking coolest move. I don't give a shit. Look, we talk about all of his personal decisions. We talk about how bad of a person McMahon is. But if you are so financially gifted that you can say in 40 years, I'll be a billionaire and I won't spend a cent of my own money. And God damn it, in 40 years, McMahon tomorrow gets to go home, jump into a vault of $100 bills like Scrooge McDuck naked while fucking some 22-year-old intern is forced to watch him and just spit him out.
Forced to watch.
I said it. I said it.
Hit us with the next one, John.
Rock versus Reigns. We're going to get into it. Who is this? Oh, it's Dana Warrior. So after the acquisition, obviously, you have what's called redundancy, where your job then becomes unnecessary due to another company and their facilitation of that job.
Yes.
Okay? That happens with every single time you buy out a store, you own a grocery store, you buy out another grocery store, and you've already got a litany of employees. You restaff the new store with the employees you already have.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's similar to that, but on a much larger economic scale. With all of these different corporate executive positions that are really only created to put in stock market portfolios, because honestly, no one can tell you what these fucking people do. Dana Warrior.
Watch. Damn it.
It's true.
Sorry, man.
Dana Warrior, who we all know is the Warrior's wife, has the Warrior Foundation, who gives out the award every year, and was offered, I don't know what you're talking about, John, was offered an office position to continue her charity outreach. She was among the redundancies that was released. So we don't have any more information regarding the Warrior Foundation, what they'll be doing forward with the WWE.
Or if the Warrior Award will take place.
If it will even be continuing any longer. All we know is that Dana Warrior, wife of the late Warrior, which was what his legal name was, he was an idiot, no longer works for the WWE.
Nope.
And frankly, what a shame.
But how many other people also are with Dana Brooke this week?
Well, that's... You mean Dana White?
Whatever her... Warrior. Whatever her name is. This one.
That's Dana Warrior.
Wasn't there 100 employees laid off?
100 employees, but most of them were office personnel and strictly WWE executive positions that were created for the corporate structure. They fall to redundancy, they get replaced. They'll probably get reassigned. They're just being... So, this is how this works, right?
Warrior.
Billion-dollar company buys other billion-dollar company. Let's say billion-dollar company A that's doing the purchasing has 1,500 employees. Some of those positions were already created to be outsourced to other places.
Vince having an affair with Trish Stratus is never a factually
proven statement. They buy company B, which has 1,000 employees. So now they have 2,500 employees to do the job of 1,500. Or they have 2,500 employees that has to do the job of the extra 1,000 that they're no longer going to be utilizing. It all depends on how the corporate structure works. Right now, we know that 100 executives were let go. That means that TKO Media already has people either to fill in those positions, or that those positions will no longer be necessary to duplicate because they've already got one person doing that job.
So it's kind of like the military coming in and taking over NASA in Armageddon.
It's a lot like the military coming in and taking over.
Well, again, you did see did see Vince McMahon's mafia boss picture for TKO, right?
Right now, so for instance, the CEO, the vice executive president, the executive vice president of digital marketing was let go. There's already an EVP of digital marketing that works with the UFC and TKO Media, so they will assume that position.
Yeah,
it's no longer missing, but having two of them is no longer necessary. Also, a lot of times R&D departments, distribution departments, entertainment departments, those all get merged. So instead of having a room full of 200 people doing the same job, they're going to go back to the structure of having a room full of 100 people doing the one job they were already hired to do.
Yeah. It's just like moving out one crew for another crew.
Exactly. And we're only reporting the WWE positions that were let go because UFC was never a public company.
No.
UFC, now their parent company was a public company.
Yeah.
But the UFC specifically was not.
Well, TKO is now.
Yes. Yeah. So that's where and we'll probably see some of these corporate positions either get filled by other people or these ones that were let go taking different jobs.
Now, as of right now, there has not been any releases on this side of the camera.
No. There are no current
talent. There was this week, but we'll get into that here in a little bit.
There aren't any other current talent releases to report. However, there will be talent releases.
Also, I mean, we always get a Black Wednesday or a Black
Yeah.
Friday
And especially
around WrestleMania.
after a major acquisition like this, they will start trimming the fat.
They're
Only,
going to have to.
well, and it's not just going to be the WWE. The UFC will start letting fighters go to their own contract.
Well, you can start taking Michael Cole and let him commentate with Joe Rogan. You could have him do correspondent work. You could have them do.
I
several
would
different
rather
things.
Pat McAfee and Joe Rogan call the UFC events.
That would be kind of
Or Corey Graves.
cool. Byron.
Fuck it. Bring over Rogan for Mania.
I'd be all right with that.
I'd be down with that, right?
You have to send the alien spaceship to get him though.
Well,
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John.
just have the bus pick him up on the way. So, there's a report out right now that SmackDown, it's not that they're not interested in keeping, that Fox, it's not that they're not interested in keeping SmackDown. It's that they're not interested in raising their asking price or what they're already paying for it. Right now, I think they said they pay something like $200 million a year per episode.
Yeah.
But WWE's asking price wants them to bump it up to like $240 or $250 or even closer to $300. And Fox said, absolutely fucking not.
They're already losing money.
Yeah, Fox said, absolutely not. You're getting what you're getting, and if you don't like it, fuck off. So, in a power move, the WWE was like, well, then we'll find another network. Now, Fox didn't bother calling the bluff, but immediately Amazon and Disney walked in and were like, find another network.
Yeah.
What do you
here
think
we
about SmackDown on ABC, which is the number one watched network in America every Friday night?
Yeah.
And then Amazon was like, Amazon Prime, the number one streaming service on the planet, accessible to every country in the world.
Where they would have
Exclusive rights.
free range to do
Whatever they
They
want.
wouldn't
Not
be limited
having-
on very much at all.
Not having to worry about
Censorship.
Yeah, that's
ratings.
What I'm saying. They can do anything.
So basically, Fox was like, no, we're not doing that.
That'd be the
Good
return
luck.
of the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Because they did approach NBC about taking SmackDown back as well. NBC said no. NBC, the parent company of USA Network, specifically was like, no, we have enough wrestling, which is totally fair. They run 2 shows every week. But when Fox was like, good luck, Jeff Bezos was like, I got your luck right here.
Yeah, right.
Here's my checkbook, and here's my dick on top of it.
John Wagner says, since SmackDown to USC, I mean, hell, it's already NXT and Raw over there anyway. So why not SmackDown?
Because then you're not diversifying your programming, John. That's what the WWE needs to do right now.
Well, not only that, but if you're wanting to, they've been pushing SmackDown Live as a alternative to Monday Night Raw for
But could you imagine,
2
just
years
for
or
fun,
better.
now if Disney takes it, it'll go to ABC to air every week, and then Disney Plus will be the number one stop to watch WWE pay-per-views, unless ABC and NBC come to an agreement over Peacock. But the Peacock deal expires next year anyway.
Yeah.
So they could become exclusive to Disney Plus, or the WWE would have to go in and be like, well, you can watch Raw stuff on Peacock, and now you got to watch SmackDown stuff on Disney. So there's a whole way they could switch up their library. They could run more exclusive events per brand. There are a lot of options there.
They could, if they were to do that, they could very well just stay right there on Hulu.
Yeah, because
ABC
Hulu's owned by both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Disney and Hulu have a working relationship.
Yep.
But if they go to Prime, no ratings, no nothing to worry about, and Jeff Bezos money, because you got to figure.
Get your blood back.
If Amazon were to pay the asking price that WWE wanted per episode, which would be roughly in the neighborhood of $250 million. Now, that's not just money in their pocket. That's money they have to pay out for production. That's money they have to pay out for sponsorships. It's not like the WWE would just bank $250 million every episode, because they'd be worth, $50 billion by the end of the fiscal year.
So
Right.
would that make Rhea Ripley a Disney princess?
Would make Goldust one.
Or would she be a Disney queen since she's, got the belt?
First of all, it would make Queen Charmel an official Disney queen, which would officially make Booker T King Booker. And also, weirdly enough, Jerry the King Lawler would probably do a voiceover on the new DuckTales or something.
Probably.
Of course, you couldn't really scream puppies during
I
DuckTales.
was thinking the same thing.
You can scream duckies.
Puppies!
Ducky!
Ducky,
Ducky!
quack,
Shut it down, quack, quack. Cockles, goddamn it, cornbread.
Cornbread.
Damn it.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. Elias is reportedly no longer under WWE contract.
What about his twin brother Ezekiel?
That is the first question that comes to my mind. It's the
That's
first
the
question that
first
comes
thing
to
I
everyone's mind, which is, we just don't know.
Well, that sucks. We all loved Linus.
Well, the messed up part is, like, they took him off TV when he was hot.
Yeah.
Then they made him do nothing for a year. They brought Ezekiel in.
Yeah.
Then they brought Elias back for a little bit less than a year, and then he's been sitting at home for the last 9 months.
Hey, he would have done good with LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You're right.
You don't have to.
They would have got. They
have to
could have
agree
really
with
good
himself
promo.
every
Do you
time.
think that if he were to go to the AEW that he would
Elijah?
keep Elijah, but would he like change it up, or would he keep saying "Walk with Elijah," or would they come up with an AEW acronym for like, I don't know,
What?
all Elijah Wednesday? I don't fucking know what they would say, but
Run with Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
trot with Elijah.
That's terrible.
I don't think Elijah should have the trots.
I'd just go
Wrestling.
with the Ezekiel.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I like Elias. He really grew on me, and he was a damn good talent.
Him and Kevin Owens and shit in Seattle that one night.
Yeah.
Was,
Oh yeah, when they got
amazing.
literally the last time anyone was booed out of an arena.
Yeah. Yeah, because they started singing about, what was it, the Supersonics, how bad they suck.
Yeah,
or
whatever
some
it
shit
was.
like that.
They got a bunch of old school cheapy.
It was great.
Yeah.
Hit us with the next one. Big Bad.
Yeah, that's what the next slide.
Hulk Hogan, WWE legend, recently declares himself to be 8 months alcohol free. I mean, as he has the rest of his pork chop in the can, I do want to actually put out there that if it's 8 months sober and he's legitimately telling the truth, good for him.
Has Hulk Hogan ever, and I mean ever, legitimately told the truth about anything?
I don't know the man personally. I mean, from what I understand, I mean, you know, he did body slam Andre the Giant.
Yeah, and then Andre the Giant died 3 days later.
He did, just because, well, I mean, the Macho Man passed away because he was scared of your dad.
Also, well, it's true. That's actually true. Let me see. Hulk Hogan. What other? He was going to be the lead guitar player for Metallica.
Bass player.
Bass player, that's right. He was going to be the original Rocky Balboa. He was going to fight Mike Tyson.
Bass player.
Yeah, I corrected myself.
I know, I was just saying.
He was a body double for Chuck Norris.
I've never heard that Hulk Hogan lie.
It's because I just made it up.
Oh, you know what? I would believe it, though. The motherfucker. What else did he say?
He once swam with sharks.
It was 5 seconds alcohol free. Buddy, I've been 5 seconds alcohol free since I was 21 years
He
old.
How
was
about
supposed-
put SmackDown on Fight?
He was supposed to be
No.
Rambo.
Fight just wouldn't pay enough. Fight doesn't have the financial infrastructure.
Also, they couldn't put it on there for free.
Yeah, Fight could not.
They would
contribute
want to
anything
charge.
financially.
They would want to charge, and it wouldn't be worth it.
The reason the WWE didn't go exclusively to the WWE Network, was specifically because they would have lost out on advertiser revenue from television networks. The WWE doesn't make any money without their advertisers or without what the network was willing to pay them.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Prior to Hulkster in Heaven at Wembley, LOL, he made a song about it even. See, I'm saying, Hogan lies about everything. Welcome to the show, Will. So when they went to USA Network, for instance, initially after the Spike TV buyout, or after they left Spike TV back in 2005 or 2006, Spike TV was only paying like $15 million, I think, an episode of Raw, which just wasn't giving them the financial acumen they needed. The negotiation going back to USA Network and the subsequent negotiations that have happened every year, the network pays them more per episode to stay on. So they can't just go exclusively. The reason they didn't go exclusively to the WWE Network is because there would be no one to pay them to keep it. They would be relying specifically and strictly on advertiser revenue and subscriptions. There was no way that financial model was ever going to hold up. Stock market be damned. They would have tanked with their writing, and how many wrestling fans are now deterred from watching the WWE since 2016. For that reason, they can't go to a smaller streaming site, and they can't go to a place like Netflix, whose infrastructure can't support what they need episodically to keep their business model.
Right.
So the only way they go to a streaming service is if it is Amazon Prime, or if Netflix wants to go broke and invest their entire integrity on the WWE, which will never happen. Hulu being an option is strictly because it's ABC's it's a subsidiary of ABC being their parent company who has more money than God. Hope I explained that well.
You did. It was really well.
Thank
I
you.
was informative.
Also, did
And
you know
well
Hulk Hogan knew that? He told me once.
I knew he knew that.
Ooh,
But let me ask you a question. Listen real close.
I listen real close,
Okay.
brother. What? Oh my God! What are some other great Hogan lives? That he in WCW. What was it? What was it that happened?
I love when he burns his hand in the water. He goes, "Ouch! That isn't even hot."
Oh yeah.
You heard that one?
Do like AWA did move to ESPN once again. ESPN is owned by ABC,
Yes, he was owned by Disney.
so there's no reason for them to make that lateral move. And also, if you move to ESPN, you completely change your
Structure.
your viewership.
Yeah.
There are people who watch ESPN because they like real sports. I'm not saying wrestling isn't a real sport. I'm saying they like definitive sports: football, baseball, basketball.
Auto racing, tennis,
You
swimming.
can't put entertainment on ESPN because it's not an active, definitive finishing sport with real wins. It's the same reason that ESPN, and also too, ESPN doesn't broadcast boxing exclusively or UFC exclusively. They'll cover it like ESPN does cover wrestling, but their infrastructure doesn't make any money off of those things because they only do that for topical ratings. UFC doesn't make enough money to contribute to ESPN, and neither does boxing. Boxing's also held primarily only by 4 separate companies. The WWE would flounder on ESPN. Hulk Hogan is
You like that?
do. Sorry, Soldier
Terrible.
Boy up in it. Sorry,
you
I
know,
work at a strip club.
there's another club that you can join as well.
The Bullet Club? I'd rather not.
No. It's the street team club that we have here at Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Why don't you tell people where they can find us?
You can find us over on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. You can follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. You can send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. You can find us on TikTok at Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. You can check out streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown, or you can go to our official website, which is prowrestlingthrowdown.com, where you can access the
Merch store!
And over at the
Merch store!
you can buy our merch.
Yeah, you can.
Max, what kind of merch we got right now?
Oh, we got all kinds of merch.
Well,
here.
why don't
We
you-
got,
You know
we
what?
got coffee mugs.
Hold on.
We got t-shirts.
Hold on. For those of you that don't know, the guy who designs all of the merch and spends all of his time working on the merch is Max.
I don't want to take full credit
Well,
for
we
that.
all talk about it, but you spend all of your time,
I
not all of your time, but
most of it.
you spend a lot of time on our merch store, and nobody ever says, Max, we have the merch because of you, and goddamn it, we have the merch because of Max.
Well,
Can I play with your
I've
hand?
done it because Big John taught me how.
Most people. Well, you know what? Big Bad John too, though, without his accessibility and
That's
his
right. That's why
qualifications.
I don't do it. I can't take all the
We
credit.
could, first of all, we couldn't have anything on this show the way it looks now without Big Bad John.
That's right.
100%.
Not at all. He does all the editing, all the video stuff, all the transitions. He does all of the ads. He spends more time doing this than I could ever
He
even
makes
think
it look
about learning.
pretty every week. It's
He
hard,
does.
It's
It's a
hard
lot of
work.
lighting.
Wait a minute. When did that happen?
Well,
Make it
I'm
look
not your
prettier?
type.
Well, you're in a different light than I am.
Right.
Oh.
But
oh.
anyway,
Okay.
Max designs the merch. Johnny makes sure we can actually sell the merch and does all of the work. He also built the website. He fucking. These two guys are the reason we have so much we have, is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
But anyway, credit
We
where credit's
appreciate
due.
that, Caleb. Thank you.
Credit where credit's
Thank
due.
you.
Max, why don't you tell the people at home what kind of merch we're offering right now?
We have got some new shirts up. We have got some new basketball jerseys up with the shorts to go with them. I believe I think I
Nice.
got the pants to go with those as well. I'm not certain on that. I can't remember. We have a couple new hats up, I believe. We've got all kinds of
Can we
shit.
get
We got some bathing suits still. It's kind of the season's going, but
Get them before they're gone, though.
can
we're
we
gonna
get
get some new stuff.
can we get Pro Wrestling Throwdown giant foam fingers?
I wish we could.
Well, I wish we could too.
Hey, question. Could it be this one? Can we use this finger?
Yes!
Well,
Giant foam middle fingers.
You know what I could do? I could make a shirt with one on it, though.
Don't tempt me.
We are number 4. We
I
are
don't
number
think
4.
they sell the giant foam shirt, foam fingers, but I could put one on a shirt.
All right. Well, we'll revisit that. Anyway, if you want to check out all that sweet Pro Wrestling Sorry. I was going to say something else, and I had to stop myself. You want to check out all that sweet Pro Wrestling Throwdown merch? Please go to the website.
It's the only place you're going to find the official stuff.
Yeah, and also, there is a scab out there reproducing our merch. First of all, fuck him. Second of all, fuck him twice. Third of all, don't buy his shit, buy our shit.
The only place that you can find official Pro Wrestling Throwdown gear is at streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown.
Come
Or
on over.
ProWrestlingThrowdown.com.
That's what I say. There are only 2 places. However, that
Well,
being
it's
said,
Or
gotta
you
go
can
through
personal message me.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know.
Tracks. Action figures, dude. We could totally get. I want a fucking Pro Wrestling Throwdown action figure. It would just be me doing this.
That would be pretty cool.
It'd
All
be with
they
a
have to,
cigarette
all
in the
they
beer.
have to do is just paint hair on a Homer Simpson doll, and it would be just perfect.
Wow. Look
You're
at
welcome.
you.
See, we've got
Look
journals, we've
at
still
you,
got
you got
flip flops, we've got regular notebooks so you can get your school supplies. Maybe
Stickers?
maybe I can get a pen. We got the
Card
beanies.
decals? If anyone wants to buy one of the glasses and mail it to me so I have one of the beer glasses, that'd be great. I'll let you on it.
Tracks guy wants an action figure.
I'm telling you, if we find a way to produce action figures,
Ethan Page
we
wants
will
one
make
too.
that. We will make a limited run of a Luke the Big Dog Williams, Caleb Black, Mighty Max Fury, Big Bad John, Sweet Tea, and Special K action figures for the first run, and we'll sell those bad motherfuckers.
Wolfie says, "Dude, I'd buy those action figures so fast." Might have to look into
We
it.
should get some of those plush buddies. The what are they called? The
Wrestling buddies.
wrestling buddies. That'd be cool. We can do that. See, we got lots of ideas, lots of think going into this tank.
And then this dude comes in and tries to hawk our fake merchandise, and
By the way, way to rip off. No offense to our viewers or anybody whatsoever, but a guy who chose a podcast that has less than 300 subscribers,
it's kind of a dick.
that's kind of a real asshole.
Yeah.
But hey, imitation's the most sincere form of flattery. I guess,
Hey, I
so.
guess we've made it.
That's right.
All right, hit us with the next story,
Nothing
man,
but-
John.
It's nothing but swimming pools and moving
Moving
cars
stuff.
from now on. Well, I said
And
moving.
smog.
We got the smog.
So, due to the TKO acquisition and everything, WWE loses certain rights to Brock Lesnar footage.
That's because of a licensing deal that he had set in place with the UFC.
Also, anything that
Savage.
is done outside of the ropes,
Justin Savage. Hey, welcome to the show, buddy. I've tried for a couple years to have action figures made. If you find a cost-effective way, shoot me some info. I
Will
absolutely
do.
will, buddy.
they lost rights to also any of the publicity stuff that Lesnar does
Right.
outside of the ring.
Well, and again, that is because of an exclusive deal that he had working with UFC on actually what allowed him to go back to the WWE. So, weirdly enough, there is WWE footage that is now exclusive to the UFC,
Yes.
which is fantastic because what a great way to cross-promote. in a way.
100%.
Do you think we'll see UFC stuff popping up on the Peacock Network now? I think we should.
Depends on the working deal with the with if WWE and that stays on the Peacock.
I guess we'll find out.
Find out in a year's time.
Yeah.
Sure. Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John.
We can get one of those dolls that you pull the pin that says a famous line on one of you guys. Oh my god. I would record one of the most epic fucking rants of this show. I would go back and find all of my greatest rants and put like 5 of them on that voice box. And that's what you would hear every fucking time. Except for one where it was just me opening a beer.
Right? That's a button in the hand that you
Right.
push. No, it is not 1998. Yes, that is The Rock, and yes, he was on SmackDown.
What a random turn of events. So for those of you that aren't really paying that close of attention, UFC still going to charge $80 pay-per-view. Well, they might. Now, TKO isn't grandfathered into the WWE streaming deal that they have with Peacock Network. But when renegotiations come up next year, they very well could be as a part of their parent company. We don't know that that's going to happen in a year's time. Anyway, John Cena made his return to the WWE, what was it? 3 weeks ago?
4 weeks ago.
The Rock randomly returns at the beginning of a SmackDown this past Friday. But here's the reason why. It's not necessarily because... It's not because the John Cena and The Rock don't love the WWE and don't love being part of it.
They absolutely do.
But it's part of the writer's strike.
Yes.
There is no acting work for them to do right now. And so they're going to fill their time doing the business they know. They'll make a little bit of money. They'll keep themselves in the public
TV
eye.
will be entertaining.
And, hey, welcome back.
Yeah,
I'm
for real.
interested. Again, like I was saying, it does boggle my mind that The Rock returning on SmackDown, ignoring the fact that his daughter's in a cult on Tuesday nights, was in a cult on Tuesday nights, and ignoring that his cousin is tearing ass all over the WWE,
Right.
decided to make a pit stop and first talk some shit to Austin Theory. Yes, the writer's strike. So John Cena, The Rock, I imagine we may even see Batista back at some point.
Probably.
Goldberg, who does some film projects, a lot of wrestlers who are integrated with film won't have any work until the strike is over. So in order to keep making money, because hey, look, bills come due for everybody. It doesn't matter how much you got saved up. And I mean, people want to stay in the public eye, especially if they're celebrities.
Well, and The Rock and John Cena and Batista, for that matter,
Yeah.
are all still within great enough shape to be able to take advantage
Exactly.
of the fact that they can make that movie money
Right.
somewhere else.
So let them keep rolling.
Yeah,
on
hell
back.
yeah.
I want to see everybody back. Fuck it. Give me my gosh damn Goldberg Batista match. I don't care that it's too late. I'll still watch it. I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
I will. I'll complain about it the whole time, but I complain about
Well, I
everything.
mean, give me Shawn Michaels and The Rock. Then we'll just
I
watch.
Shawn
found
Michaels
one
is an actor.
website to make your own action figure, and it's $320.
Shawn Michaels is
For
also
an action figure?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Shawn Michaels is an actor.
You fill out a form.
No,
that
but
says
he
you
still has SAG card.
Oh, that's true. He was in a movie.
Yes, a couple.
A couple
actually.
movies, yeah.
Batista would be dope. Yeah, 100%.
Come on, baby.
Hey, this was the next one, Big Bad Joe. This is what I'm excited about. Next week on SmackDown, we're going to get Io Sky defending the WWE Women's Championship against Asuka. This is a dream match in so many different ways.
For a lot of
Also,
reasons.
what's really cool is if they could get a referee of Asian descent,
Yeah.
and a ring announcer of Asian descent, they could do what they did at WrestleMania with the African American breaking the Guinness record for WWE for having the first ever all inclusive thing would be really cool. But this match is one you're definitely not going to want to
The
miss.
reason it's unique, not only outside of their talent, is that if you don't follow, I explained this a little bit a couple of weeks ago. If you don't follow the history of Japanese wrestling in America, Asuka and Io Sky were in a faction along with Kairi Sane that basically elevated Shimmer to the level that it was until Asuka decided to leave. Asuka and Io Sky have never had a singles match in the WWE.
No.
They've had plenty of singles matches in Japan. But this will be the first time on American television for free, non-pay-per-view, non-PLE, non-nothing. That and probably featured close to, if not the main event, which should
this
be the
week
main event.
Bayley and Asuka went in the main event slot.
Yeah. And it's going to be Io Sky and Asuka, and I bet you this is when we see the return of Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Which they're setting up right now to have Kairi Sane featured in this title picture all the way to Mania. Right now, the only conversations between here and Survivor Series in November are about Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. So if you're a fan of Japanese wrestling, where they're going to be given their platform and really be able to... We're critical on women's wrestling from the U.S. We've never been critical about most of the women's wrestling that comes directly out of Japan because it's always been better since the 1990s.
100%.
Since the 1990s, women in Japan have been holding down women's wrestling. This will be one of the very first times, very few times, outside of AEW programming, which has done a couple of Joshi matches, that two main event level caliber stars are going to be featured one-on-one on television in the U.S.
Yeah.
I understand that for a lot of people, this is just another SmackDown women's match. But this match is like 15 years into the making.
Yeah, it's so much more. But Wolfie, I also agree. Io Sky with
all right. Let's take bets. Let's talk about it. Luke, you're saying Io Sky keeps it.
Yeah, she just got it.
Max,
I'm going with Io.
Big Bad John,
Io.
I'm going with Io as well.
Yeah.
I don't think it's time for Asuka. If Asuka is going to take the belt back, it's not going to happen until after the Royal Rumble.
No.
In my opinion.
Probably not even until after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Anytime they give it to Asuka, it's usually to give it right back to somebody else. And I don't see...
Kairi Sane rejected the contract after seeing Nia Jax on Raw. I don't know.
Good for her.
If that's true, fantastic, but I doubt it.
It's not true.
Just because right now, this is also... Can I get a little long-winded?
Yeah, but give me a second just to point out yet again that's not true. That's the funniest thing I've read all day, though.
We're going to talk about Nia returning here in a minute. So AEW's primary method of competition in women's wrestling has been Joshi contracts for wrestlers out of Stardom and Shimmer. Right? And honestly, there have been some really tremendous matches for women that came out of AEW using that platform. This match is the WWE's real first attempt to showcase international women's wrestling with two international women's wrestlers. We've never had, name one time ever in the WWE you ever saw two European women's wrestlers in modern times. outside of NXT UK, which was a specific demographic for the Peacock
No,
network.
you're right. You're right.
Now, you could say Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm, a couple of different one-off UK matches, right?
Yes.
But right here is the first major Japanese occurrence of that happening, and it's not happening on NXT, and it's not happening on the network. It's happening live Friday night on SmackDown, which again I've already given the history. This is the WWE's real first major step. The only way they could have done this again is if they would have put Shinsuke against Hideo Itami 4 years ago.
In that respect, we also right now have Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez.
Exactly. Other international talents. The point I'm
Also,
trying-
Jade Cargill coming in from AEW as well.
Oh man, y'all don't even know how much an impact Jade Cargill is going to make as the first full-time women's deflector going to the WWE. And once she gets into the Performance Center, getting all of those little nooks and crannies tuned up with her charisma, her affability, and her look, she will be the #1 star in wrestling. In a
I
year.
100% agree. 100%. Her and Bailey, or Bianca Belair should be a tag team.
I'd rather see him wrestle for
No,
women's
no.
title.
Have them be a tag team first, then have one turn on the other one, then put a belt on the line.
I guess.
The old Rockers mentality, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of course, classic, tried and true,
Right.
you know, finishes and shit. But
Now,
it's going to be great.
Can I touch on something for just a second?
As long as it's not me.
Trex guy up here says, what if you guys started a betting site on WWE wrestlers?
Because DraftKings owns the rights.
I don't know.
I mean, we
the
could
slightest
we
bit
could
about
we
any
could
of
do
that
some
shit.
side bets if you wanted, where you have to pay me when you lose, but I need your Cash App.
Not a sponsor.
No.
Could be.
If they wanted to be.
There's a-
Literally anyone could sponsor us. You know who needs to sponsor us? Miller High Life.
Not a sponsor. But
Champagne and beers.
Could be.
Anyway,
You know who should be a sponsor?
everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
If you
what I
want to
was
give
gonna
us
say.
your money to do this show, we will take it.
I will promote the hell out of you.
Honestly,
I swear to
the
God,
fact, like-
I will promote,
like-
promote.
Like, there are a lot of podcasts. Like, Cornette is very specific on the sponsors he will take, which I respect. Fuck that. If Blue Chew comes a knocking, I'll pop a Blue Chew every 45 fucking minutes. And then, for the next 18 hours, I'm going to do something real fucking cool about it.
yeah, we're welcome to everything.
Wait,
come on, baby.
Manscaped,
Wait,
we're
yeah,
you're mad
Manscaped.
at McDonald's?
I will eat double quarter pounders by the fistful.
I will
If
feed them
McDonald's
to him
fucking-
in a
McDonald's
cowboy.
wants to give us McDonald's money to do this show. You will see me gain 180 pounds and buy new clothes.
Man,
Goddamn
I'll
right.
feed you like
You
this.
goddamn right.
All right, let's hit us with the next one. Actually, before we do that, Nia Jax returning on Raw.
She did. Why don't you two talk about it? Because I ain't gonna lie, I gotta pee like a racehorse.
Well, that's you. Well, that's a prostate. And get that checked.
No, it's not. It's the fact that I've been drinking beer since 2. Don't lie to the people.
Nia Jax returns on Monday night as what a lot of people are saying is Vince McMahon's practical joke to the WWE, being it was his last night
Can't
in
leave an empty
office.
seat.
I know why she's there.
It's that big ass divot.
What it is? It's like
Ball drag. It's ball drag.
This way.
It's ball drag is what it is. It's illegal in the Olympics for swimmers.
Hear this
Yeah,
man,
ball
this
drag.
man's-
No, Nia Jax returns looking fit,
Yes.
impressive.
Yeah.
Still looks like she hasn't lost a step, but of course she's still kind of clumsy. But that's her getting into her new size and the way to work things around the ring. But from somebody who's been big and been small and been everywhere in between, it takes a lot to really own your craft of being a big person. And then having to, when you lose weight, tooling down the way that you do things. She looked fantastic.
Hey, you
Rhea
sit over
Ripley.
there.
We can all do the
You
show,
just,
baby.
What's up? How sexy is
That's-
Look at that.
That's right.
little awkward. I got it.
Hey, Max,
Just my dick, buddy.
Max, do me a favor.
John, can you take a still frame of that?
Hold on.
Please do.
Hold on. First off, I need you to look right in the camera, Max. Right in the camera and open your mouth as wide as possible.
1 second. I got. Bam, got it.
There it
Perfect.
is. There it is. That's a
I'll do the
poster.
whole show like this. Fuck it.
You might see that on y'all might see that on the side of a coffee cup. Go show.
We just made your next T-shirt, Wolfie.
No, man. Nia Jax coming back. Let's give her a chance. Let's see what she has to do here. I think we should give her a chance.
I know why she's back, though. In my opinion, anyway. She's back because they're going to run the Judgment Day versus the Bloodline.
Sex gods.
Sex gods. That's right, we are. But they're going to run the Judgment Day versus the Bloodline at Survivor Series to finally start really putting the Judgment Day out to pasture, so to speak.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, they need a female member of the Bloodline to counter Rhea. Who better than Nia Jax? Trinity Fatu is gone.
Yeah.
Snuka, while good, is not as good as Nia would be in that capacity. And the only other option they would have would be The Rock's daughter.
Yes.
But if they want to run The Rock and Roman at Mania, which is the conversation they're having right now, poor Cody Rhodes,
Yeah.
that also wouldn't work. But bringing Nia Jax back creates an actual challenge for Rhea, too, because of her size, because of her athletic ability. It gives Rhea a reason to fight upward. And it really puts into perspective that the Bloodline storyline will be ending soon. This will be my new wallpaper. I fucking hope it is. You're welcome. Blue Chew
Joy
and
of
Red
Pro
Bull.
Wrestling, less sex gods.
Okay, first of all, Blue Chew a Blue Chew and a Red Bull would blow my heart sky high for completely different reasons. Somebody get me a Red Bull and a phone number.
I have a Red Bull in my bag.
We really.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
question for you before we get into the next
Of course.
story. Did you ever get unblocked by Dave Meltzer yet?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We'll have to check into that later.
We will have to look into that.
That might be a short-worthy video.
You know, because Meltzer loves it. We go way back.
He does. He's one of our number one people. Hit us with the next one.
Essentially, we've been on this bit for too long. Hey, Impact celebrated its 1,000th episodes.
It did. Congratulations to Impact and whoever's still there.
WCW went out of business. We won't consider, just because The Rock came back, they're going to take Mania against Roman away from Cody? Unfair. Well, so there was a report.
Sounds like somebody I've heard before.
There was a report, not a report, an interview that The Rock had with Pat McAfee just before his return to SmackDown, where they said it was penned. He was going to wrestle Roman at WrestleMania 39. Then, obviously, that year, Cody debuts, they change creative, and they have difficulty getting The Rock's insurance company to sign off of it because he's making movies. But if The Rock isn't making movies for the foreseeable future, and Mania is only 6 months away, it's completely feasible that The Rock and Roman will main event night 2 of WrestleMania 40.
He looked like he's in fighting shape.
Also, it's worth mentioning that as big as a Cody fan as I am, and I am, WrestleMania 40, it's got one of the zero tags on it. The most monumental main event you could think of would be Roman Reigns versus The Rock.
Well, quite frankly, I wouldn't be a damn bit surprised if he shows up on Raw.
Yeah, I also wouldn't be a damn bit disappointed. Look, Cody will get the belt. Cody can finish his story whenever he wants to. But if you want to look, well, hold on though, Justin. Justin makes a good point. He says unless they do Cody versus Roman in night 1 and Rock versus Roman night 2, they absolutely could. But one devalues the other. Roman beating Cody on night 1.
There's no reason. Yeah, that
doesn't make Roman look nearly as good as him beating The Rock on night 2.
Right.
If Roman loses on night 1, then he's got no reason to wrestle The Rock on night 2. If Roman loses to The Rock but beats Cody, then it's because he had such an arduous match with Cody. It's a back and forth thing all the way.
It really is.
But no, right now, the idea in the water is that it is going to be WrestleMania 40 main event. I think it's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Really. Where it's going to be The Rock and Roman, which we talked about, for 2 years. So
the 1,000th episode of
let's get back to Impact.
Awesome Team Awesome Kong back was cool.
Gail Kim, Team 3D came back.
We've met Awesome Kong. She's a very sweet lady.
She is a sweet lady.
She bummed cigarettes off of me because she doesn't make more money than me or nothing. But that's all right.
She bummed one cigarette.
That's all right. She didn't. She bummed several. That's okay because I like it. That's how you know I like it.
Anyway,
like that one trash bag individual.
He really liked his mom.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know who you're talking about.
That's right.
Here's the crazy thing. Impact currently, if I'm not mistaken, as far as television time alone, Impact has been on TV longer than WCW was.
Yeah, probably.
Impact has been the longest running American company that isn't publicly owned by a billionaire. Or, well, that's not technically true.
That's not technically true, but it has traded hands.
for all of the network issues, the rebranding issues, everything they've gone through, Impact is still around.
Yeah.
And they celebrated 1,000 episodes. That's right. Chris Sabin did win the X Division title for the 10th time.
Also, the Dudley Boys
Returned.
with Devon looking in great fighting shape.
And not for nothing, but FTR over on AEW is running an open tag challenge from here on out on Collision for the AEW tag titles. You're telling me
You think it's going to eventually be Edge and
the
Christian?
world's greatest tag team in history, which Bubba Ray did say. Yeah, I don't know if you guys follow Bubba Ray on Twitter, but he did tweet out a couple days ago, as long as there's breath in our lungs, we are still the #1 tag team in the world. Tell me that in the year of our Lord, 2023, that I couldn't get at least one match, FTR versus the Dudley Boys.
I'd be in.
Put it, take my money, put it on
You know
TV.
who they
and
should
leave
add
me
to
alone.
that match?
Well, eventually they should add Edge and Christian. And...
I was going to say the North.
No, that can't happen yet.
Not yet.
No, I've waited too long. Look, I love the Dudley Boys. And I want to see FTR versus the Dudley Boys. But I want to see FTR versus the North a whole lot fucking more. And I will not have Devon Dudley's big fat ass and Bubba Ray Dudley's big fat ass in my way while Josh Alexander and Dax Harwood beat the fuck out of each other.
100%. I love it.
Since you guys kind of went
Honorable mention
silent
Cash
there
Ruler
for a
is
second,
the
I just want to let everybody know that I know Caleb hasn't ranted yet,
Oh, it's coming.
and
Don't
I
worry.
know everybody's waiting for it. If it doesn't happen in the news, because I don't know what's coming in the news, that's not that's their rodeo, not mine.
He's right.
There's got to be plenty of ranting about birthdays and bullshit. So just make sure you
Is this
stay
your
with us.
Is this your first rodeo?
Second.
No, oh no, I've been rodeo many times.
So how many rodeos does it take before you no longer have to
But
say
Depends on how many-
this one isn't.
depends on how
Like,
much.
are you
This
fully?
part, you got your own rodeo, and then I got another one coming up.
Well, then we're riding two different bulls.
That's
I
exactly.
think, I think y'all need to go to Burger King and eat the fucking sandwich.
Have a Snickers, you've changed.
I got a just an overweight calf.
Yeah,
Hey
you
man,
do.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, here's the next one.
So this is a really cool conversation that came up, and John brought it up earlier. It's my birthday today, says KNums888.
Well, happy birthday.
KNums888.
That's awesome.
Fantastic. So AEW has entered into a conversation with Warner Media, who is the parent company for HBO and also owns TBS and TNT, about an exclusive AEW HBO Max streaming deal, which would be somewhat akin to the Peacock network, where you would get exclusive pay-per-views for exclusive AEW pay-per-views, events, and extra content just for AEW on HBO Max. Or sorry, Max now.
Well, they would also be able to do the the Ring of Honor as well.
Yes, and they would be changing their format if this deal goes through to a 12 pay-per-view a year format, similar to what the WWE does.
Which is what they should have been doing all along.
Also, it would
They'll have to cut down the videos, though.
it would mean the Ring of Honor library would go exclusively to Max as well.
Yes.
So there's a lot of money in here for this.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad nobody's contacted me.
About your name.
Yeah.
Honestly, they owe you money, buddy.
Well, Spike tried it.
Well, here's my thing, right?
Well, I spelled it with 2 X's and they spelled it with 1.
That's
so.
true.
If you want to be on a competitive level, this is where I get tripped up. Okay, so follow me on this. You want to get on a competitive level with the WWE. Obviously, you want to find a streaming service, right? Because that's really people paying $10.
I've been saying that for several years.
People paying $10 a month to watch every pay-per-view is a damn good deal for everybody.
It is.
But AEW only running 6 pay-per-views a year, charging a premium, is also really good for their business model. Does it become a battle of the streaming services then, and no longer specifically about the wrestling that's taking place when it comes to the financial compensation both companies receive? For instance, Tony Khan still offers pay-per-view bonuses, right? The WWE, we know for a fact, when they went to streaming, no longer offers them, or at least they are still negotiating how much money each wrestler is supposed to make. I want to see all of you. I want to see you all do OG. I want to see you all do an OG of. You want to see?
Ready?
There you go. Or an OG OnlyFans, which that
Oh,
Tune in, I
an
guess.
OF? I mean, it
Yeah.
depends how much you pay it.
Right? Anyway, but there's something special about buying a pay-per-view still for AEW. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the feeling.
Like,
Yeah, I
like
get
for
you.
so long we didn't have a pay-per-view alternative, and now people are getting together. We used to throw pay-per-view parties.
Yeah.
Everybody chip in a little money for the food, for the buy,
Yeah.
and now we do it, and it's a lot.
And then we do like we do now,
Right,
the bet and
which is a lot
everything,
more.
but-
But it's a lot more cost-effective now for us. We can't deny that.
Yeah.
But there is something special about, I think, pay-per-view specifically.
Yeah.
But again, and here's my other part. We all know that AEW pay-per-views are 5 hours long.
That's what I'm saying. They would have
Yeah.
to restructure their time.
Do we want to watch 60 hours of pay-per-view a year from AEW?
No. I don't
No.
wanna watch
There's
it.
not. Look, I love FTR, and FTR could wrestle for 30 minutes every single week. But if I got to watch FTR on Dynamite and Collision all month long, and Rampage whenever they do their thing there, and have them show up on ROH, and watch an AEW pay-per-view plus a Ring of Honor pay-per-view where they're at, you're asking me, and sure, I'm sure it's for the nominal fee of whatever HBO Max's price is, but you're asking me to tune into fucking 40 hours of FTR a month.
Yeah.
And I just don't know that AEW is to that point yet where they can space it out enough. Because remember, they're running 5 different YouTube shows. They own 2 companies. If they're going to do it, they got to do it right. I just don't know that right now that's the best financial decision
I
for
don't
them. But
think it is
also,
either.
I'm not the billionaire in charge. That's just my
Correct.
opinion.
I think he's thinking about more views through HBO Max than he's
But
calculating.
But that's the other rub. You come to me and you saying that they've scaled down what they're doing, and now the pay-per-views feel more exclusive. And now it's running the right way. Hell yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, OnlyFans is what they're trying to say.
Gotcha.
Yeah, see, here's the deal. I think that the streaming service is a good idea.
Sure.
Netflix, of course, is testing the waters with the OVW stuff that they've started. Netflix originally had Lucha Underground for a little while.
Yeah, they did. And so did Tubi.
Yeah,
which is
so,
free.
I mean, AEW...
Prime has them now, actually.
Do they?
Yeah.
Does Prime have them?
Prime's got them.
I know they were on Pluto for a while.
No, it's Tubi.
Was it Tubi?
Yeah, Tubi had it.
Okay, yeah, it's...
But here's the other thing.
Double-edged sword.
How
really.
does that affect the international market, right?
Yeah.
If they got...
This isn't
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's all slid to the side, too.
Call them. Fix it. Yell at them. I'll do it. I'll do it. Anyway, I had a train of thought. Give me just 1 second to get it back. Sorry, guys, I had a light interruption here.
Yeah,
Derailed.
The international market. They still do tandem pay-per-views with Japan.
Yes.
So is HBO going to reflect that? Is HBO or are those going to be exclusive customer buys, or will they go to be exclusively on the NJPW stream yet? These are all things that I'm sure will get answered, but right now, for the sake of conversation, that's what I'm considering as a fan of AEW.
Yeah.
Do I pay the $7 more a month for HBO Max if I have it all? Am I paying $7 a month more plus having to pay for other pay-per-views? Am I paying the $7 a month more plus having to pay more on a premium for the New Japan streaming app, which I still have? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot of money being thrown around. And also, the guy who puts all these PowerPoints together, we do sort of collectively. We send Big Bad John all of our photos, all of our information, and John puts them in order for us and creates PowerPoints. Max does a similar thing, but he also puts together quite of his own. So it's really our producer and our editor.
Stay tuned, and for Birthdays and Bullshit, you'll see more of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fun conversation, but a lot of money that's going to have to get figured out before we're there yet, in my opinion.
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. These are the rumored new tag title. What would we call
This is a mock-up.
This is a mock-up, yes.
So
but this is what's being talked about.
The TKO media company has already started throwing around the idea that the WWE needs more belts. Because, guys,
What?
if I haven't said this before, you know what wrestling needs? You know what wrestling needs. Big Bad John, you know what wrestling
Wait,
needs.
wait.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Leg slaps.
Well, especially, no one slaps your leg enough.
Spinning corkscrew elbows.
Only if Ron Killings is doing them, and yes, we absolutely need more. No! We need more belts in wrestling! Guys, think about it. There are only 3 world champions in the WWE. 3 women's champions in the WWE. There are only 4 sets of different tag team champions right now. There are only 4 different second-tier titles. That's just not nearly enough.
Yeah, right?
Not nearly enough.
Let's add 6-man tag titles.
Everybody has to feel like a winner.
No.
Everyone needs a trophy, damn it.
You know what? I got a trophy for him right here.
Kind of sounds like a celebration. I'm just saying, it kind of sounds like a celebration.
6-man tag titles, a second-tier women's title, another international championship they're discussing, and on top of all of that, the discussion is now implementing weight divisions and championships. So we're going to get a WWE World Champion, a WWE Light Heavyweight Champion, a WWE Cruiserweight Champion, because in fighting terms, those are different things, a WWE Welterweight Champion, a WWE Bantamweight Champion for the women, not to mention the world titles, and not to mention the second-tier title. There are going to be 35 fucking titles in the WWE by the time this is over.
If you do that, don't you have to actually separate your divisions, and wouldn't that make it to where if you're going to do it that way, you have to do it all the way?
You absolutely do.
And so then wouldn't that
kill the market?
Kill a lot of your wrestling.
No more Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns for the world title. Yeah. Finn Balor would never be in the world title picture again, unless it was for the World Cruiserweight and the World Light Heavyweight Championship.
That's
Brock Lesnar would have to compete at super heavyweight and be the only viable contender in the WWE unless they pull from the international market. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way that's sustainable. And just the idea that a bunch of people who are corporate office jockeys that bought 2 separate sports mediums walked into a room and said, you know what? We want more belts. And let's be fair, it's a marketing thing because more belts means more toys. I get it. I get it. The 3 of us could buy replica fucking trios titles and walk around like a couple of marks. I get the concept. Stop fucking with my wrestling.
Right.
Stop adding more titles because it devalues what we're doing.
Yeah, not everybody needs a participation trophy.
AEW. 2 sets of tag titles. 2 sets of trios titles. 2 separate women's champions. 2 separate women's champions in Ring of Honor. 2 separate world champions and a 3rd unofficial world champion and a 3rd unofficial
Big Show's
TV
in
title.
AEW now, Trek, so no, you couldn't.
Like, it just...
Thank you.
Why more belts? We don't need more belts. We need less belts. We need less of them. Take what you've got, cut that in half, and then fire 1 more, and then you'll have plenty of belts.
Agreed. Here's what the next one, Big Bad John.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we're eating, so suck it.
PWI 500 list come out this week.
I fucking hate PWI time. I hate it.
I know, that's why I was waiting.
I'm going to finish this.
That's why I was waiting for this. The top 6 on your screen right here are MJF at 6. Vikingo at 5.
Walter at 4.
Gunther at 4. Dean Ambrose, for some ungodly reason, at number 3. Roman Reigns at 2, and Seth Rollins at number 1.
Here's the thing. I'm mad about the top 10. I'm mad about it.
Tell us why, Caleb.
Rollins has been killing it at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
No one can say that he didn't step up, take the other title, and look it right in the face and make it important.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns, while ideally the number 1 champion in the world, doesn't defend the belt a whole lot, but he's still the most talked about guy.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Mox, has had a great year.
He has, but I don't know about number 3.
He went through a year where he was world champion twice and international champion. From PWI voting spectrum to voting spectrum, he ended the last one as world champion, won another world title, and is now international champion.
But
worth the conversation.
Wouldn't you consider Gunther number 3 rather than 4?
I would. Gunther's never been world champion.
No, but he's the longest reigning Dark Horse champion.
I'm not saying there's not an argument for it.
Yeah.
Gunther being number 4, fine with it. Number 4, longest reigning Intercontinental champion ever. Fair. Vikingo, AAA World Heavyweight Champion, and International Champion acknowledged. MJF, World Champion on the other A show, is lower than the International Champion. That's all subjective to voting. Totally get it. I don't have to like it, but I can see why the votes landed out the way they did. Here's my fucking problem. Is that every fucking year, these fucking indie marks, who only mark out for them fucking selves, want to get all over the internet and be like, I can't believe I didn't make the PWI Top 500, or I can't believe that I was only 468, or I'm so grateful that I was 400. No one, and I mean no one, gives or should give a hot shit about how your matches are ranked or about where you stand in the fucking PWIs. When you get into this business, the thing you should give a shit about is how much am I getting paid? End fucking list. Yes, I know it's nice to be acknowledged by Dave Meltzer for having a 5-star match and having your 122,000 fucking indie marks get on the fucking internet and talk about, oh, it was such a good match, it's my favorite. And look, I've got tons of matches that I love that were never even made 5 stars.
Yeah.
I get it, and I get why a great wrestling match is important to you, but if you're a fucking wrestler, you're a fucking wrestler, and you get into this business, and you say to yourself one fucking time, I can't wait to see where Meltzer puts me on the list this year. Go fuck yourself. Because A, you're not doing a very good job. B, you're not making enough money. And 3, you probably get no bitches. I said what I said, and I meant it when I said it.
Well, all right.
It just boggles my mind. That look, you think Roman Reigns woke up yesterday and was
Maybe.
like, oh man, can't believe I'm not number 1 in the PWI. That really... No, motherfucker, he was counting his money. Seth Rollins, you think him being number 1 mattered? No, because he woke up, he kissed his beautiful wife, Becky Lynch, who was also rich, looked at his healthy baby child, who is going to be rich, and said, it's awesome that I'm number 1. Look at how many fucking zeros are in my bank account, Becky. Woo! If you're not fucking worried about the money, you don't need to be in the fucking business.
What?
Kurt Angle that's true. 0 5-star matches.
Yes.
The closest Kurt Angle has come to a 5-star match is a 4.5-star rating when he wrestled Samoa Joe. No, I think that was just a 4-star rating.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, Royal Rumble 2003, 4 stars. You think Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit got done with that match where they had the most proficient technical clinic outside of Tiger Mask and fucking Dynamite Kid, Circuit 93 AJPW? Thank you very much. You think they gave a fuck about their fucking rating in the PWI that year? Or did they go home and count their fucking money?
Well, they went to the hotel room and counted their money with strippers.
These fucking guys, man. And look, if you're a fucking indie wrestler and you... Because I'm not going to say... Hold on, I'm spilling beer all over myself because of foam. I don't give a shit. It happened. I'm not going to say that like the PWI doesn't help you get viewership. I'm not going to say the PWI getting ranked in it can't help a young guy. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what you should be concerned about. You'll make the PWI if you're focused on the money. But if you get ranked in the PWI, you don't need to go on Twitter and be like, only 396. Can't wait to see what I do next. Go fuck yourself. Go back to work. Get in the ring and go back to work. Do your job. The more you work, the better you'll get, the higher your ranking. We go through this shit every year, and then these fucking idiots on the internet want to fight about it. Why are dudes who don't wrestle fighting with other dudes who don't wrestle about a wrestler they've never even met? Yes, I get on here and rant. I do that for the viewership and the entertainment. I don't altruistically believe that anybody gives a shit unless they find it funny. But also, John Moxley isn't going to come on Twitter one day and be like, oh, Caleb, it really sucked that you didn't have my back because I bleed every fucking chance I get. He's not going to do that because he's too worried about counting his money. Fuck.
What if they get injured, though?
Fuck them. They're off the list. For good. That's it. It's over. I'm going to start a new PWI 500. And it's 500 dudes out there making that fucking bag and not being marks for themselves.
Maybe we should come out with like the PWT 500.
Yeah, the Pro Wrestling Throwdown 500. 500 indie wrestlers that I can fucking stand who don't slap their leg. I guarantee you I can't find 500 in the United States.
I'm going to say
I was starting to think maybe we'll make it more like the PWT 100.
Find me 100 wrestlers that I think are good that don't slap their leg, and they can all be number 1. I'll send them all the same goddamn trophy. If you're out there marking out for yourself, get out of the fucking business. Stop worrying about that fucking list. It's awesome to make it, but fuck you. No one cares. No one should care. And don't get on the internet and fight with other fucking idiots who have never met these people. I have. I've met a whole lot of them. Came up in the business with a lot of them, which is why when I give you my opinion, consider or don't. You tuned into this show for a fucking reason anyway. But to get on Twitter and be like, oh, you fucking marks, fucking Gunther should have been number 1. Why? Give me a reason. He's the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. for a championship with a predetermined finish. It's not real. It's not real.
Holding a
What
belt,
we do is not real.
holding the belt doesn't necessarily make you a good wrestler.
If Gunther is a great wrestler.
And I'm not saying he's not.
If they made a pro fight fucking 500 and Gunther was number 4 because every week he came out for the last however long he's been champion and legitimately beat the brakes off a dude, yeah, he should be number 4. And he should give a shit where he's ranked because he'll probably fight the number 3 guy next.
But your wins don't necessarily count because I won't use the F word, but it is predicted.
Yeah. It's predetermined, y'all.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Would Steve O be considered? Yes, he would, because he wrestled one match this previous year.
Twice.
Yeah, he would be.
Yeah, 100%. Umaga beat the fuck out
Here's
of him.
the thing.
in Pontius.
I didn't read the whole list because I never do. Because eventually you get to like number 300 and it's like fucking Pumpkin Face from fucking Fuck's Her Sister Kentucky. I don't give a fuck about Pumpkin Face from Fuck's Her Sister Kentucky. I've never even heard of Pumpkin Face from Fuck's Her Sister
Sure
Kentucky.
you have.
I'm glad he had some good matches that Dave Meltzer happened to fucking watch on IWTV, where you can also watch us do commentary for you.
Yeah, you really can. It's actually a pretty fun show.
Anyway,
Hit us with the next one, Big Bad John.
goddamn, got my blood pressure up. What is this now?
Guess what that means?
What?
Our segment is over.
Does it?
Oh.
So that means it's time for everybody's favorite segment.
Wonderful.
Birthdays.
And bullshit.
Max,
Take it away.
All right.
back to you.
Fuckers.
Gotta be fun today.
Is it? Is it?
Gotta be fun today.
Good.
I'm having all kinds of fun. Let's do
Well,
it.
you start out with
Forgive me for
always.
eating or don't. Those are your options.
All right, hit us with the next one, Big Bad John. There we go.
we
Roman
start out,
Reigns.
as always. Our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And I didn't write any of the days down, so give me 1 second to calculate.
You mean we don't know how many days?
I
Roman
need
Reigns has been champion?
Caleb's mathematics to make sure I have this down right.
Gonna be a great business venture. Trex, when's your birthday and how old will you be?
Honestly.
And if you tell me you're gonna be under 20 years of age, I'm blocking you from this channel. I'm not doing that.
He's not doing that.
I wouldn't do that to you, Trex. I can't quit you. I'll give a fuck.
Roman should be at 1,513 days.
All right.
You know what's crazy? Roman's been world champion for about as long as we've been doing this show.
Every bit of it.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
3rd of October. Turns 21.
Oh, you're lucky.
How many days since he wrestled should be the real question.
Doesn't matter, world champ. Best champ in the business. Doesn't matter. Don't care. He can come out every week, cut his promo, defend it once a month. I don't care. Until they find me a better option or until they put the belt on Cody, I don't care. Let him be the guy. Fuck you.
Goodness, Cody Rhodes.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? In the house that AJ Styles built, no less.
Well, I mean,
Well, he's a carpenter when he was still working for Impact.
I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. Here's what the next
You
one,
got the
John.
joke.
Yeah, I got you.
Seth Franklin Rollins.
That's right.
How long has SFR been?
How long is
I
his
believe
record
he's
making?
sitting at 113 days today.
113 days.
There you go.
Third of a year.
Who we got next?
Gunther!
Yeah.
Longest reigning intercontinental champion in history, baby. Woo!
How many days are we setting out for this one?
464 days.
You know what I want?
Wow.
I want Gunther to beat Roman Reigns' record as world champion with the Intercontinental title. So if fucking Roman Reigns goes 2,000 days as world champ, I want Gunther to go 2,001 days as IC champ.
Makes sense.
Because that's my tribal chief. Man, right there. Probably not a thing to admit to the internet,
That's okay.
but I'm doing it anyway.
That's all right. Here's
For
the
the
next
obvious
one.
reasons. He's Austrian, by the way.
Ooh, look at this.
I need to stop taking
Birthday
this one.
balloons and
Birthday balloons.
cakes and things.
Cakes
Yeah.
and things. Cakes
All
and
right,
ass.
what you got for us first,
I
Max?
believe I guessed just before that. October 15th or September 15th through October 15th is Hispanic Heritage Month.
See, I knew me and Dominic
And I-
had something in common. We're
I
both
just-
thinking about your mother.
I wanted to make sure you felt appreciated.
So you put a thought bubble up of me thinking about myself?
In jail.
Well, you usually do.
I have big
Wow. You know what I'm thinking about right now? Not smacking the shit out of you.
You know what I
What I'm
find
gonna think
funny?
about-
You know what I find funniest about this? You don't have a problem with Dominic thinking about your mom. And
Everyone-
thinking about you.
Everyone who's been to jail thinks about my mom.
I haven't been to jail. I think about your mom very often.
Oh, you're going.
All right.
Yes, it is. Hold on. Yes, it is Hispanic Heritage Month. Yes, we make a joke of it, but I am of Hispanic descent in some degree. And shout out to all my.
Did you just do the?
Shut up, brother.
Did you just do the Maui?
You have no
Did
idea.
you do the rock thing?
And yes,
That's the rock thing when he.
I did post a more appropriate, somewhat
In
version
a
of this
legitimate
in our group.
shout out to any and all Hispanic fans that we have.
Yes.
If your family's Hispanic,
And the
well,
one true Hispanic hero, Dominic was there.
This is like Colonel Montalban.
That could have been on Carnival.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Hey, this is the next one.
And we have our first birthday today.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Caleb, I'll just let you handle it.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor, nay, my privilege. The greatest wrestling manager in history. The greatest promo in history. The greatest wrestling promoter in history. Mr. James E. Cornette, wrestling traditionist, staunch liberal, and all-around swell fucking guy, who's also turning 62 years of age today.
I will also say that he's turning 62 years of age today because I ain't betting against
I did find something to go along with.
Well, hold on. How old is he?
How old is he?
Oh, that's right. You got to do that.
Yeah, that's something we do.
62.
62.
How about the 62?
I know, baby.
Years old today.
I think we should both get a point for that.
You know what? I'll allow it. It's Cornette's birthday.
All right.
That's a Cornette point. Right, that's a Corny point.
And I'm a card member carrying to the cult, baby. Not that cult. His cult.
I thought you'd enjoy this.
Read that. The saddest moment in a child's life is not when he learns that Santa Claus isn't real. It's when he learns out that Vince Russo is.
To quote Jim Cornette, I will live long enough to piss on Russo's grave because I hate him that much. And hate is a hell of a motivator.
He really is. Hit us with the next one. All right.
Oh!
Briscoe. Gerald Briscoe.
Mhm.
One of the infamous
Yeah.
Stooges.
Mm-hmm.
Also co-owner of Briscoe Brothers Body Shop, which was in Tampa, Florida.
The last legitimate Briscoe in wrestling.
Yep. His matches with his tag team matches with Pat Patterson.
As the Stooges.
Some of the shit is legends. Them against the Mean Street Posse.
Yeah.
In the hardcore street fight. Fantastic. I'm gonna say
Also, Patterson had a lot to do with the California territory before it died out. What Briscoe had a lot to do with Patterson with California territory. Was another one of Vince's number one finish guys.
yeah. 81.
75. I don't think he's that quite old yet.
How about 77?
Take
There
it.
you go.
Good enough, Caleb.
There you go.
I'll take it.
There you go.
I'll take it,
There
Billy.
you go.
That's tomorrow.
Who we got next?
Oh, this
Also
idiot.
tomorrow. 2 more tomorrow.
That is introducing Eva Marie.
That is Eva Marie.
She was a wrestler once. She's 38 years old.
I really wish I had more to say about it, but there's nothing else. You said 38. I'm going to go a little younger. I'm going to say 34.
How about 39?
39. Wow. Okay.
She
Well,
might come back and do
in
something.
fairness, she's been gone for a couple
Quite a
years now,
while,
so
yeah.
it's not like
She come back for a little bit, then
not like she was an impulse purchase.
Here's
like
with the next
Danhausen.
one. What we got next?
Renee Moxley, good.
Otherwise known as Renee Paquette.
Right.
Paquette.
Renee Moxley is John Moxley's wife. Has been in wrestling broadcasting. For what?
She was
over 10 years now.
lead broadcaster for NXT.
Also had her own show on Fox. She's a commentator for AEW now. She's the mother of Moxley's child, and she knows the ins and outs of the wrestling business. Actually, she's been featured on Busted Open Radio as a co-host several times.
Oh yeah.
When they run their women's segments primarily.
She also has her own podcast that she runs.
Yeah, and she works really hard for sports entertainment over on Sirius XM, man. That being said, 36?
37.
How about 38?
38.
Tomorrow.
That make her older than Mox? Because Mox, I think, is only 37.
I don't know.
Well, not
Who we got next?
Then we go
Oh,
to
it's
the
the
20th.
straight shooter.
We have several on the 20th.
The man ain't scared no scissors.
That right there, motherfuckers. Arn Anderson,
The enforcer.
the enforcer of the Four Horsemen, never
He
held
don't
the
even
world
mess
title.
around anymore with them horses. Ow! He hurt my hand and I'm stuck like this. What's wrong with you?
I fell into that, and I apologize.
Bang!
Arn Anderson, enforcer of the Four Horsemen,
Yes.
never held the world title, multiple-time world tag team champion all over the world with both Ole Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Had a very limited run in the late 90s until, unfortunately, due to a botched surgery, was no longer able to compete in ring, but still has been an agent.
Never had a
for-
pinfall win over him.
Has been an agent, a producer, and someone who's been in the wrestling business, for 40
Straight shooter, bro.
years, and also has definitely killed a man.
At least one.
Arn Anderson is younger than Flair,
Yes.
so I'm going to say 68.
I'm going to
think
go
he's probably
even
even younger.
70.
What'd you say, Luke?
70.
You said 70, I said 68.
65.
Damn it, I knew he was younger.
No point.
Lucky he ain't here. He would have settled up. Next.
We have Greg of the Hammer Valentine.
Looking like a Sunday morning date
When you're
from a
200,
Saturday
I
night.
was thinking more
Hey.
like a blonde Ozzy Osbourne.
he is 240 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal with a body that women want and men fear.
That's right. It sure
Remember
is.
that fucking
Yeah.
promo? Idiot.
Greg the Hammer Valentine,
Was he ever a world champ? He
No.
was.
no.
Intercontinental champ.
United States champion.
Tag champ.
Yeah. Rhythm and Blues.
One of Hulk Hogan's lackeys
Yep.
in real life.
Greg, I met Greg the Hammer Valentine. He's just actually, if I was to sum him up as a whole person, that picture does it justice.
No, not that.
Yeah, just like that. Never changed the expression, not once.
72?
It's like a basset hound. You say 72?
72.
73.
How about the 72?
Good one.
Thank you. I know he was close to Flair's age.
Who we got here, Max?
Who the hell is that?
That's
Who the hell are you?
That is Kavita Devi?
Kavita Devi.
How would you say her name?
She's one of the UK signings and one of the Indian signings.
She was the first Indian signing. She is a trainee of the Great Khali.
And I believe she is the... Oh, I'm not going to repeat that because I can't remember the whole thing,
Yeah.
so never mind.
I can't even begin to tell you how
I'm
much.
going to tell you that I believe she's 26 years old.
27. And Trex, I wasn't actually in the block. I was just playing.
She will be 37 years
take it.
young. Who's that?
Mine.
Yeah, it's Canada. Now this one's going to make our people in Canada real happy.
Ethan Page, one half of the North.
Also known as one of the greatest tag teams ever do.
My second favorite tag team ever.
Ethan Page and the Egomaniacs reached out to us.
Yeah.
Within our, I think, second year.
Yeah.
Doing this.
We've got
and
a whole episode, if you reach back, where we dedicated to Ethan Page on one of our deep dives.
Yep, deep dive.
AEW Superstar hasn't held any gold over there
Should
yet.
be a
but he
future
will.
world champion.
Caleb really likes to deep dive on Ethan Page.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
he does.
man. Look at him.
You can find a lot of his merch that doesn't respond.
Sweet and womanly.
That doesn't that isn't AEW and that's played by Julian.com, not a sponsor.
Ethan Page is 33 years old.
Ethan Page is 34.
Ethan Page will be 34 years old.
God damn. Well, he was right around my age.
Yeah.
And younger than you, of course, everyone's younger.
But even Luke Gallows.
It's true. Luke Gallows is definitely younger.
This would be the other Briscoe. Jack.
Jack Briscoe, former NWA
1941
World
to 2010.
2010. Had a hell of a career. The Briscoes are one of the most infamously known tag teams in the NWA history as being
Jack Briscoe
roughneck
was
as possible.
also NWA World Champion. I believe he was AWA World Champion, UWC World Champion.
Also tag team champion numerous places.
Western California.
Well, look
Western
at that
California
flock of
Regional
seagulls
Championship.
haircut, man.
Yeah.
He was just, they were just throwing it at him back then. Rest in peace, sir. Next.
Now, I want to talk about Rogers.
What?
Rick and
Max,
Morty.
what is this? It's Rick
Wait,
and Morty?
wait. I think I know what I did. Shall
Okay.
I go to the next slide,
Let's go
please?
to the next one. Oh,
There
Ricky Morton.
There we go.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That totally makes sense.
I absolutely fucking love that. Fan-fucking-tastic. That made me so happy.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hold on, can I do a Rick? Hold on. Well, I mean, I can't. I drink enough. Trying to think of a way to do the rest of this bit with a Rick voice.
You gotta throw up in your mouth. Yeah.
Morty, it's me. It's Ricky Morton's birthday. Morty. Oh, gee, Rick. No, but hold on, I lost it. Never mind.
WWE Hall of Famer, one of the greatest tag team performers in the history of professional
One
wrestling.
of the greatest tag team performers.
I managed Ricky Morton. I would
Yes,
just
you
like
did.
to point that
That's
out.
true. One half of the Rock and Roll Express with Robert Gibson. Numerous time AWA, UWC, UWF, NWA World Tag Team Champions, Southern World Tag Team Champions. They were International Tag Team Champions. Ricky Morton was primed for the shot at the world title, the NWA World
Flair.
title. Yep. Never came around. That being said, Ricky is still deceptively young. I want to say, how old was Arn Anderson? We got past it, right?
Yes, Arn was 65.
63.
62.
Made me lose my spot. Ricky Morton will be 67 years old.
Ooh, damn, he
He's
older than
older than
I
I
thought.
thought he was, yeah.
I thought he was.
Well, happy birthday, Ricky. I'll manage you again anytime you want me to. Just, you got to call me and make sure Vince is on the phone.
Yeah.
Next.
Actually, go to the 23rd.
I got 3 words for you. Matt freaking. I got 2 words for you. Matt freaking Hardy.
Just go with it.
Paul
Yeah.
Heyman said it on One Night Stand.
Matt Hardy, probably one of the most brilliant minds in professional
Former ECW World Champion, former TNA World Champion, former WWE World Tag Team Champion, former WCW World Tag Team Champion,
ECW
former
World
TNA
Heavyweight.
World Tag Team Champion. I said ECW World Tag Team. International World Tag Team Champions with Jeff Hardy. Promoter, owner, and innovator of Omega Pro Wrestling, in which he was the World Champion, World Tag Team Champion.
Father of Goth, baby.
Yeah. Actually, genuinely was an innovator as far as cinematic wrestling is concerned. He was really the first modern guy to do it.
Yeah.
The last time we really saw the cinematic stuff was with Roddy Piper and Goldust back in the early 90s.
96.
And it wasn't until the Ultimate Deletion in TNA, the first time, that it was really ever considered to be plausible or good for wrestling programming. And also, worth mentioning, the first Ultimate Deletion drew over 4 million in ratings, which at the time wasn't even a comparable number to the WWE, and now AEW can't even pull over 800,000. So for y'all to shit on Matt Hardy's name is dumb.
Yeah.
Is he quite in his 50s?
Well, Matt Hardy is also, you got to keep in mind, Matt Hardy is the younger brother. Or, I'm sorry, the older brother.
Older brother.
So, Matt Hardy would be...
I don't think he's 50 yet. I would say 48.
47.
You should have went higher, Luke. He'll be 49.
Damn, I thought he was a little younger.
Why isn't it, Caleb, you got so close, good job? Why is it always Luke, you should?
Everybody votes for me to beat you, you know that.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
You got it right.
No, I appreciate it.
Look at you.
I appreciate it.
You
Look
won.
at
I
you.
shouldn't have to tell you good job.
Did I?
God, do you need a participation trophy? Is that what's going on?
I've got 3 right here. I'm working on a 4th.
Hit us with the next one.
2 wrestling birthdays left.
That is Miss Kairi Sane.
As we just
Beautiful,
discussed.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Kairi Sane.
Former NXT Women's Champion, former WWE Women's Champion, former NXT Women's Champion.
Tag team champion.
Shimmer, Stardom, one of the most prolific talents in the modern age of Japanese women's wrestling. We literally talked about her so much earlier in this episode. Kairi, though, I think is one of those talents that is a little older than you might think she is.
44.
No, not quite that old. 33.
Good call. She'll be 35.
Yeah.
That's good enough.
I'll take it.
Good for you.
Last wrestling birthday.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Thanks, buddy.
What we got next? That's
Thanks, buddy.
no, we're good.
Thanks, buddy.
Hector Garza, cousin of Humberto Carrillo. I don't know if you knew that.
I did.
They only talked about it on
Do you
TV
remember
for 2 years.
that we watched a Raw together back in what had been like 2019 when Cole would not shut. He said it every 10 seconds. I think we took a count, and it was like
was WrestleMania.
Yeah, you said this 45 fucking times.
Yep.
We get it. They're related.
And it was during the WrestleMania with no fans.
All of them are.
He probably got paid every time we said it.
No, probably.
Vince is just
Like,
patting his pockets, fucking with him. Like
put-
just keep reminding him.
Member of Los Lotharios.
Keep reminding him, pal. They need to know they're
NXT
related.
talent 38.
I'm going a little younger, 34.
How about 31?
Ooh.
No
You're
point.
kidding me. I am
No
older
point.
than him.
Yeah, you are.
Makes it 7-4 going into celebrity birthdays.
All right, what we got first?
Johnny Gomez is not on this list.
Hey,
Oh,
John Ritter.
I love John.
John
Ritter.
Ritter,
How long's it been?
1948 to 2003.
You know what's really funny?
You mean tell me it's been 20 years since
That's
I ate
crazy.
Simple Rules?
Yes,
That
yes,
is
it has.
crazy.
Wow.
Can I say something?
Unless
Can
it's
you?
beat Richie, I don't want you to say
As a
anything about
kid-
John Ritter.
As a kid, I probably should have figured out that Three's Company was my favorite show.
Right? Right?
I should have figured there was a reason for that.
John Ritter, of course, lead co-star, basically he was the
God
lead
damn it.
star of Three's Company. He was the voice of Cliff and the Big Red Dog. He was the father in
I'm
all
covered.
3 Problem Child movies.
Uh-huh.
John Ritter, of course, my favorite role is in It.
As Ben Hansen.
as Ben
The
Hansen.
adult
That's that
Ben
one
Hansen.
where they get sucked into the TV shows.
Oh, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Fantastic.
Okay,
movie.
first of all, fuck you both for bringing up Stay Tuned.
It's a good movie.
Fuck
Great.
you.
It's fucking great.
That is the only. Okay, look. Hold on. Side tangent here. As a kid, my family raised me on horror. You guys know this. We would watch fucking Stephen King movies every fucking weekend. For some reason, there was something about the Stay Tuned movie when they do the zombie version
Oh, man,
of Wayne's
creepy.
World
Yep.
that I would freak the fuck out.
Yep.
And I mean, I would watch Leprechaun with my mom and then watch that and freak the fuck out. And I would run away screaming. So fuck you for bringing that up because you two know that shit about me.
I love that movie. I do.
What I do now as an adult because I'm not fucking. Well, I am still crazy. Anyway, John Ritter though, father. What was it? 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage
Mhm.
Daughter. One of his less appreciated roles, which I really love.
Sling Blade.
No.
No?
I was going to say
Really?
the father in Bride of Chucky.
I was gonna say the gay guy in Sling Blade.
No, the father in Bride
Yeah,
of
he
Chucky.
was. Yep.
The sheriff.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking.
I forgot about Sling Blade.
Yeah, I was thinking Sling Blade.
Did John Ritter ever do a movie with Tony Danza?
No.
He should have.
Should have done a lot of movies.
Well, yeah. Well,
Hit us with the next one.
he died the same day Johnny Cash did.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
This, of course, is James Marsden, Cyclops, in the X-Men movies.
And
Also in a
not
movie called Straw Dogs. Badass.
You love Straw Dogs.
It
We talk
was
about
so
Straw
good.
Dogs all the time.
so good. Him and fucking Eric
Eric.
from True Blood. Oh man. Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. Yeah.
Yeah. This man is
Was also the ineffectual dad in the Brandon Ruth version of Superman Returns, which was a terrible Superman movie, even though Brandon Ruth got to come back for the fucking superhero event.
It's rough.
Whatever the fuck it is. Hey, my cousin's in that movie, number 1. Number 2, fucking he got to come back as fucking Superman in the fucking Crisis on Infinite Earth things, and Dean Cain didn't. So fuck him and fuck Cyclops too about it. It's not even his fault.
It's not even James Martin's fault.
I'm blaming him anyway.
That's sad. That's,
Look, I'm here to support Dean
you've
Cain.
taken it too
I'm
far.
a Dean Cain guy. I'm not actually.
I see Dean Cain on an episode of Special Victims.
Oh no, is that
I
Dean
was like,
Cain?
is that Dean Cain? Yeah. James Marsden, 46?
47.
How about 50?
Oh,
Wow, he's already 50, man.
yeah, dude. X-Men
That
came out in
was
2001.
Wow.
Yes, it was.
Next.
Also on the 18th, we must remember Fred Willard, 1933 to 2020.
Everything that man was ever in was good.
Fred Willard was a comedy genius.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even in the early times in the 70s, if you ever watched his stand-up, fantastic.
I loved him in American, American Wedding?
Yeah.
He's that stripper hits him, he goes, ooh! And then, what? I meant ow!
No, he's
fantastic. I love Fred
Rest in
Willard.
peace.
Yep. What we got next?
On the 19th, we
That
have
is Mr.
a
Gregory-
couple-
Gregory Irons. The voice of
Jeremy.
Scar, Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy.
Gregory Irons is a one-armed wrestler.
Yes, the one-legged. He's not even. He's got both arms.
One doesn't work.
2 of them don't work.
Anyway,
All right.
Gregory Irons is the voice of Scar in The Lion King.
Jeffrey.
What did I say?
Jer-
Did I do
Jeremy.
it again?
Yeah.
Did I-
Jeremy.
God damn you. Jeremy Irons is the voice of Scar. Also, in
Man in the Iron Mask.
My favorite line ever in The Man in the Iron Mask is when John Malkovich looks at him and he's like, I understand you've been tasked by the king. And Jeremy Irons goes, yes, we have to find the leader of the Jesuits. And John Malkovich goes, any luck? And Jeremy Irons sits down and goes, you're the leader of the Jesuits. So good. Was also Brahm in the really, really shitty version of Aragon that was made
Yeah.
the movie. Which Brahm, if you ever read the Aragon books, Brahm is an amazing character. And Jeremy Irons is a great actor, and I really thought it was going to be way better. It just
He was
wasn't.
also the bad guy in the original Dungeons and Dragons. So
Yeah, where they with the Asian kid, they create the two dragon stabs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I forgot it was Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons, 78.
70. I think he's a little younger.
How about 75?
Fucking Kevin Nash.
That's,
I just hope that Kevin Nash walks around his house making
that's
that noise.
9-4. You're kicking Lick's ass again.
Thank you very much. You know what?
You know,
It's all in a day's work.
we remember Adam.
Also,
Adam
19
Wee.
No one messes with that.
1928, 2017.
Also, got a shout out in the Flash movie.
And rightfully
And
so.
rightfully so. Not only was he the first, well, he wasn't the first, he was the first in color television Batman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was also
He's the most memorable.
Yeah, was also a voice actor for years and years, not just with Family Guy. He had an exclusive contract for a long time with Cartoon Network.
Well, him and Burt Ward did the Cape Crusader 2 feature-length movies as voice work before he passed away.
He also hated Burt Ward.
Yeah, they weren't.
They did not get along. And he was in a random episode of Johnny Bravo. I don't know why I remember that, but I
I was just thinking. Burt Ward was in Infinity on multiple Earths, and yet Dean Cain wasn't.
And this is why the CW always lets me down. Rest in peace, Adam Wee.
Adam Wee.
Mayor Adam Wee.
Mm-hmm.
Are you here to stop?
Aha, Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Last one on the 19th.
You know, I was not a Jimmy Fallon fan until you and I lived together over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because when he got that goddamn talk show, you would watch it every fucking night.
I still watch it.
And so do I now. But I sat down one night and watched it and was like, goddamn, the guy from Monkey Balls, as I remember him, was pretty good. And now I still watch the fucker. So thank you for that.
Jimmy Fallon, of course, the
SNL fame.
the host of the Tonight Show.
Unfortunate news surfaced recently that he's a dick to his staff.
Although he come out on national television
And apologized.
saying he didn't, if someone took him the wrong way, that he sincerely apologized. But I hear he's one of the nicest guys in Hollywood.
Well, that's like me and one of the nicest guys in prison.
That's true.
Jimmy Fallon, though.
All right, Jimmy Fallon.
He's got to be pushing 50. Has to be. If not a little over. I'm going to say 48.
I'm going to say 49.
That's a good call. It will be 49.
Okay. I knew he was
close.
close. Damn, Jimmy. We're getting old, buddy.
Yeah, bro.
Jimmy Fallon's going to be 50 years old
The
next
guy
year.
who used to
And you're
act
gonna
like
be
Adam
41.
Sandler.
It's
Yeah.
a 9 to 5
Michael.
with I think about 6 more to go.
You might see another one. Next.
Not five, no.
That would be Shane from The Walking Dead.
John Bernthal,
On the
actually,
20th.
this is a wrestling-related birthday. You know why?
He was a Punisher.
No. He is married to Kurt Angle's niece.
Oh, that is correct.
Huh.
Yes.
He was on Kurt Angle's podcast
A
last
lot.
year.
A lot.
He is married to Kurt Angle's niece. Loves Kurt Angle. Loves professional wrestling too. Has watched it ever since he was a kid. In fact, when they did Iron Claw, he was optioned to be somebody in it, but he turned it down so he could film the Disney version of the Punisher that's coming up.
Yeah.
That being said, the Punisher, Shane from Walking Dead, has been in so many movies. Had a couple of cameo spots in Hulu's The Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Great actor. Also
Daredevil.
runs 2 different military charities. Specifically works with wounded veterans, and with one of them, and the other is placement for homeless veterans. Spends so much. His wife and him opened that foundation even before he was an actor, so they've been doing that pretty much his entire run.
That's cool.
Bernthal 52.
Bernthal 48.
How about 47?
Damn.
No point.
Thought he was in his 50s already. I have to admit.
Hit us with the next one. There we go. Talk about dickheads. I love Bill Murray. I don't give a shit. People say what they want about it. Bill Murray. That is
Mhm.
Dr. Peter Venkman. He will always
You know
be
what the
Dr.
greatest
Peter
thing he ever
Venkman.
did was? Died in Zombieland.
I fucking loved him in Zombieland.
Yes.
I loved after he died. It's fantastic. Fuck Bill Murray.
I love Bill Murray.
He's an asshole. He was an
Even
asshole.
when he was rolled up in the carpet. That was a great scene.
He was exactly. He was an asshole to interns on SNL. He was an asshole during the filming of Ghostbusters. He's an asshole to his fans, and he has specifically said, and I quote, "I think that all Cardinals fans are the devil." You're not
so I
wrong.
like him even more now.
They are.
You're not wrong as a Cardinals fan. Go fuck yourself, Bill Murray, you 75-year-old fuck, because Bill Murray's
Caleb?
75 years old.
Caleb,
No.
by stating that you're a Cardinals fan, you're not helping his case.
I didn't say it wasn't right.
76.
I just said he's an asshole for saying it.
76.
75.
Mr. Bill Murray will be 73 years
Ooh, I
old.
thought he was way older than
Damn,
no point.
he's not nearly any closer to dying than I was hoping he was before.
that. Yeah.
Doesn't matter though, because Aykroyd's still kicking, baby. Woo!
I hear he's a
Luke,
dickhead
you
at
need
one
these
point.
last four.
Hey,
just
look
to
at
tie.
this. Where'd this come from?
Where'd that come from?
It's got your numbers on there and everything, don't it?
Yes, friends. In case you're not aware, Caleb occasionally goes to jail
Yeah, it does.
because Caleb has a problem,
Yeah, it does.
mostly with drinking and violence.
At least you were there with Dominic this time.
Well,
I mean, it is his fair.
it's his man. Would you let me make the joke, you racist prick?
It is
He's
Hispanic.
He's
heritage,
basically our spokesperson right now. Mysterio's off.
Why did they let
Anyway.
him wear his tights and you had to wear the jumpsuit? That's what I don't understand.
Because my dad doesn't have money.
But neither is Dom. Dom's dead.
This was after Dominic was out. He was just visiting.
Oh.
He wanted to rub it in his
Okay.
face.
I'm going to tell you right now that if a Mexican walks into county jail in full tights wearing a belt, he's not there for a visit.
Ain't no shit. Next.
Anyway, Luke, you need these last four just to tie.
This is Mr. Stephen King.
It is.
Greatest horror writer in the history of horror.
What is his the other surname he used to
Richard
use?
Bachman.
No, there's a different one.
No, I have no idea. Richard Bachman's the one he outsold himself with.
There's a third one. I can't remember the name. Either way, we reference it a lot on the show. I reference Stephen King a ton. I've read every Stephen King book known to
Me
fucking
too.
man. I've seen every movie.
I love Stephen King.
A brilliant but troubled mind. Also an advocate for writers everywhere across the spectrum. Novelists,
78.
screenwriters, you name it.
78.
72.
How about 76?
Shit.
And with that,
Yeah.
10 to 5, Caleb, you have secured the win.
Thank
We
you
only
very
have
much.
3 left.
Well run race.
Is it? Ooh.
What the hell? Is that Shelley Duvall?
No,
He looks
that
like
is,
Shelley
that is Joan Jett.
Oh.
That is Joan Jett.
Okay,
on
but
the
you can see
22nd.
why I said she looks like Shelley Duvall, right?
I
She
can
does
see
look-
that, actually.
yeah.
I can.
Like Shelley Duvall should have played Joan Jett.
I can totally see that.
Joan Jett.
I mean, she's Joan Jett. What
Yeah.
do you need to know about Joan Jett? She don't need your fucking.
She likes to...
She don't need your pity. She don't
She
give a
likes to-
fuck about a bad reputation.
She loves rock and roll.
No, she likes to pick up. She likes to pick up minors in bars.
and she fits on her perfectly due to the fact that it's Ronda Rousey.
It's true. Joan Jett. I think she's younger than you might think. I'm going to say 58.
I'm gonna say 59 just because I think she's older.
Good call. She will be 65 years
Damn,
old.
I was way off. Samsonite.
I was way off. All right, Miss Bonnie Hunt. I love Miss Bonnie Hunt.
Oh, the comedian.
Yeah,
That is
the
not
actress.
a flattering picture. I don't mean to be rude, but it's not.
She was in Twister with her sister. Life with Bonnie was a fantastic TV show. She's in What Women Want, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And she'll also be in the Twister sequel coming up called Twisters. I love What Women Want. That is one of my most. It's one of my favorite.
Jumanji?
Yes.
Oh
Jumanji.
yeah, Jumanji.
I can't believe you guys... That
I'm
was like
sorry.
the first movie I
I'm
thought
sorry.
of.
Well, when I think Jumanji, I think Jason Isaacs and Robin Williams.
And her.
Yeah, at the end of it.
After
Cheaper by the
everybody else
Dozen, the
fucked up.
remake.
Yeah, 100%.
Ooh. 60s at least. Because she would have had to have been in the 30s when she made Twister. And that came out in the 90s. That was 30 years ago. So I'm going to say conservatively 63.
I'm going to go 64 because I think she's older.
How about 62?
Damn!
Wow, that's close.
One off.
No point.
Killed me.
Last birthday.
Last birthday.
On the 23rd.
That's that guy who took over for,
Anthony Mackie is his name.
Also known as the guy that took over for Iron Man.
I
was
thought
gonna
that
say-
I thought that Bonnie Hunt
I
was
was going to
him
say
with the
not
West
Don
element.
Cheadle.
Whoever. Yeah. That guy.
Wait, was it?
No, As Good as It Gets is what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
The movie As Good as It Gets.
Anthony
Pretty
Mackie,
sure.
not just of Marvel fame, he's actually done a bunch of stuff. He was in Jackie.
He's
He played
Falcon.
Jackie Robinson.
Played
He
Falcon.
was the Falcon. Is the Falcon currently still?
Well, he's Captain America now.
Well, yes, but he's still the same character.
He also is Papa Doc from 8 Mile.
Papa
Yeah.
Doc in 8 Mile. There's another one I'm trying to think of, but I can't at the moment.
Been a shit ton of things.
That being said, Don Cheadle is. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. I know it is. Anthony Mackie. Thank you. You get it.
I got it.
Thank you.
39.
40.
How about 45?
You're fucking kidding me. Anthony Mackie's 45 years old.
How
Good
old did
for
you say
him.
he was?
I said 40. You said 39. Wow.
Well, that gives
All right.
you.
Well, you know what they say.
You win with
Well, you
11
don't
to 6. And you know what you win for that?
What do I win?
Fuck if I know.
Oh. You should have said another beer and then shook the box out. Would have been funny.
Another beer.
Hey, thanks, Max. It's just what I
It's
wanted.
not as funny. It's not as funny the second time. I
Well, you know what? It's fine. It's fine.
The 30th time, you should see. It's really not funny. All right, what we got next?
Bullshit.
Hey.
Well, it's time for bullshit.
Hey, y'all celebrating early, huh? Already.
That is
Just
a picture of myself and Dominic Mysterio
sharing some
leaving a
nachos.
bag of flaming shit on Ted's lawn.
While sharing some nachos.
Well,
Don't step on them grounded with your boots.
don't tell me my business, devil woman. Call the fire department. This was out of control.
It's
Alright, now I
Call
think
this
I've
shit-
got like 13 or something of these, so
All right,
Oh,
let's
good.
I don't know.
rapid fire. Let's do it.
We'll just say this is the fun part.
That's terrible. But can read that out for me, Caleb,
Something,
please.
it's mostly just some random shit I came across.
That's King Harry, the artist formerly known as Prince. That's fantastic.
I have to say I like that a lot. Just putting this out there for the flat earthers. Oh yeah, we tried to explain this to you with you the last week, didn't we? Something about the flat earthers like this.
Something like that.
Actually, this is helpful. This is anti-flat Earth,
Yeah,
I know.
it is.
showing how the sun works on one side of the planet, while the other planet doesn't rotate. The other
No,
side of
see,
the
what it's actually showing.
is that it's always daytime,
No,
Max.
no.
It's
what
5 p.m.
No. What it's actually showing, Caleb,
Uh-huh.
is that there's another planet above ours that blocks the sun.
Oh, I see. All right, right on. That's Earth 2.
Number one, fucking hats off. I wouldn't have thought to use that. Number two, my first thought was flat earthers really love Pixar.
That's the next one, John. What we got here?
Oh, I came across this and I thought it was rather hilarious.
The couple was captured in a compromising position aboard the vessel after photos began circulating the internet. Kanye West and Bianca Censori banned for life from Venice. Oh.
Now, first, that's not bad enough. When I was reading the actual article, he legally changed his name to Ye.
Oh, good for him.
Did you know that?
I
I
guess
thought
I
it was
did.
Yee.
Number two, why are you not allowed to have
Ye.
sex
Or
on
however
boats?
you're supposed
Yeah.
to say it. Yeah, he was no. Let's say if you read the article, find it, read it for yourself. She was her head was in places it shouldn't have been.
When? They were on a boat.
She was singing into Kanye West's
Isn't
microphone. Is that what
isn't
you're
that
saying?
the gondola style boat though? With the
Oh,
guy
going down
sitting
the-
there?
Hey, look,
Down the-
hey, look, I'm just telling you, if I'm wealthy enough to buy a boat and I take a big you know what? I would stop myself.
No,
Yeah,
right
you need to
there.
stop.
We'll get canceled.
It was a boat tour, so clearly there was a guy that it was the gondola thing. And
All right, then. In fairness for those two, go to the bathroom. If you got to work it out right there, Don't do it while there's some
Anytime I
shorts.
think about taking a Kanye, I go to the bathroom. Let's hit another one.
Those Dickosaurus Rex.
That's for you, Caleb.
Those Dickosaurus Rex models are finally. I assume that's supposed to say. Oh no, it's finally 3D printed to have the best looking quality possible. These make for fantastic gag gifts, bachelor/bachelorette party gifts, Father's Day. These come in 4 different sizes. Small, just shy of 2 inches.
There's a couple things to pick out of that, isn't there?
There are. Luke.
Oh no, I'm not touching that one.
Oh, buddy, you've been touching it your whole life.
And yet it still hasn't gotten any bigger. Next.
Out fucking standing. CONRAD called this motherfucker. Batman with a picture of fucking Samuel Jackson.
I love it.
Say what again?
Hit us with the next one. Oh my god, I hadn't seen this one. I hadn't seen this one.
The best part
It fits.
is the American flag in the background. You know what? Respect. I get it.
Look at you getting all in shape. Hit us with the
Yeah.
what we got here.
What scares you most?
Werewolves.
Werewolves, sharks. The unstoppable marching of time that is slowly guiding us all towards the inevitable death.
Dylan.
What scares you the most? Dylan.
Did you not read that shit? Someone needs to buy
Like,
Dylan a
just random shit I
pacifier or
come
something.
across.
That's fantastic.
Next.
Man runs out of gas on interstate, sets up drum to kill time. Hey,
I thought this was actually pretty cool.
what else he got to do?
He's just
Yeah,
waiting.
what?
He's waiting for help.
He's
to
waiting
arrive.
for AAA. He's got a
He's
show to
musician.
play. Just stayed
Someone
lost,
underneath
right?
it, but that's what I call a traffic jam.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Honestly, that's what I would do. I play harmonica. And you can play drum box.
Who said skinny
Sure.
kid on I-65 playing the harmonica? It's just nice. He's waiting on
He's
AAA.
just chilling.
Look,
He's
He's
you
chilling.
waiting
know
on
what?
AAA.
Let's just go break down an I-65. Let's go.
He's chilling.
Between the 5 of us, or 4 of us rather, I don't know there was another person in here.
Why is that one dude holding a sock hat and the other one have a rag that smells like chloroform? That's fucked up. Next.
Who's their fat friend with all the beer cans? The passengers waited for over 2 hours for their luggage before staff from another airline informed them the plane had landed with no baggage on board.
This plane arrives at Spain without a single suitcase.
Now, what happened here
Uh-huh.
is they blamed it on a staff shortage.
Oh, is that what it is?
Now, hang on, because it comes out that when you read the article and the story and everything that they knew that no luggage had been loaded onto the plane.
And didn't
No,
tell
no,
them
no,
until
no,
they
no.
landed?
And no, you read it, they did.
Yeah.
They knew, and then they waited until the plane took off and landed to tell anyone that the luggage wasn't on the plane.
Okay, but you're saying luggage. This says baggage. There's only
It's-
one. There's only one way. There's no baggage on that plane.
The bag, I'm okay,
No,
baggage, whatever.
No.
the-
There's only
the-
one
goes
way.
on
There's no
top.
baggage on the plane.
How's that?
There weren't any female passengers.
Oh God, Caleb.
Please send all your
Ah!
comments. Please send all negative comments.
You're welcome, America.
Caleb
I'm
Black.
a menace.
care of.
Anyway,
I'm the trash man.
anyway, Fly America.
Yeah, for dope.
Next,
Ghostbusters theme.
who you gonna call? Me and intellectually Roman Reigns. Phone's not even on.
We got one.
His phone's not even
And it's just
on.
Roman going, acknowledge me. And then some ghost would pop up and be like, ah, fuck you. And the end of the movie.
Do you dream a lot like that?
No, I should.
You should.
As much as I drink, honestly.
I'm telling you, man. There could be something in
Yeah.
you. Back in the day, something might have happened. I don't know.
No, I know what
Hit
happened.
next. Okay, here we go.
I painted my car on the pedestrian to move out of my way. That's weird.
I thought this was
Okay, actually, that's a
Just
really cool
great.
fucking paint job.
Yeah,
Right?
it really is.
I've always wanted, no bullshit, I've always wanted a painting in my home that looks like that, like a blood spatter on like a white canvas. I think that's fucking cool.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck with him. I get out of the way.
I ain't getting hit by no fucking, I certainly ain't getting hit by a fucking 4-door Malibu.
Especially with the blood paint job. Next. fucked up, Max. I mean, it's genius. Obviously. Obviously, it's genius. I wonder if it's in high def.
No, it's in high blind.
That was
I didn't want to say it.
I got it, goddammit. I know what's
I
going
didn't
on.
want to say it.
This was actually posted on Grayson Waller's
Hey, it's Morgan
Instagram.
Whalen.
Read it.
Jay Uso attacking me unprovoked on my own show. Fire this man.
Look what he's holding. That is legitimately from his Twitter.
Grayson Waller is now my favorite fucking wrestler.
You called him by his real name.
Grayson Waller is the
He
fucking
just earned it.
man.
He just earned it. Just totally earned it.
Fuck you, Pepsi Phil. Call me Miller High Life Caleb. We'll fight about it. Your friends might not drink, but mine do.
Next,
That means we only have one left after this.
All right.
Close to the Turnbuckle. Be sure to check out the extra show that me and Max have thrown together. Also, Coletta. Everybody has a hand into it. Check it out. We'll be coming back soon with new episodes.
Our next one will be wrestling movies.
Wrestling movies. If there's any ideas that you have or stuff that you want to cover, please send in. Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown or on the group chat. Drop them in. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and tell everybody where they can find us and everything one more time?
Absolutely. You can find us over on Facebook at facebook.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown. Follow us on Twitter at Pro Wrestling TD. You can send us an email at prowrestlingthrowdown@gmail.com. You can follow us on TikTok at Pro Wrestling Throwdown 1. You can also check us out over on streamlabs.com/Pro Wrestling Throwdown or the official Pro Wrestling Throwdown website, which is prowrestlingthrowdown.com. All of which you can access the
Merch
store!
And over at the
Merch
store!
Buy Our
Merch.
Merch!
Merch.
That's right. Buy it. You know you want it.
There's birds
You want to
marching
get
in the
all
background.
inside it.
You know you want it. Hey,
Hey, come on.
come on. You know
That
you
the
want
camera's over
No.
there. There you go. Look into the camera, Caleb.
it. Buy it.
It looked like you were looking at me, and that's really
Right.
a whole can of worms I want to open.
Buy it.
Buy it. Come on, do it.
Do it. Hey,
Do it.
do it. Do it. Do it.
All right, what do you got
Lock
for us last here, Maximus?
All right.
Can you do that?
If I go to an animal shelter to get a dog, I'm a hero, right? Correct. But if I go to a women's shelter to get a girlfriend, I'm suddenly a bad person.
No, Danny Masterson played Kirk. It just come out. I couldn't even stop it. It just.
That's what he said.
Until we meet again!
Oh, always remember to keep it in the ring.
Keep it in your pants.
I will not!